tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you're picking and choosing on where you want to watch. And let's see. Craig's the first comment, as you can expect. I've got this kind of tagged in a few places. I'm going to try to get this shared. I'm going to tag, let's see here. Let me do Tanner's in the back grabbing some crates. But thanks everybody for joining us. Great stuff to show tonight. These Wednesday night sales are always good. Just because I think it's a good night. Everybody maybe gets in. If you do go to church on Wednesday night, some people get in and like, all right, there's nothing else to do. No football on, no sports. It's getting cold outside. But if you like watching on YouTube, we're live. I hope that your feed is working steady tonight. I've got new arrivals to show you. I've got it shared there. Let me share it. Let me copy this link. Let's see here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to try to share it on our story too. Hadn't done that in a while because I posted on Instagram that we would be live. Let me see if I can do that right quick. I'll have to share the YouTube link. Let me do that. Sometimes it's weird though. It won't let you share. It won't let you copy the link. Or copy. There we go. Kind of weird sometimes about that. Alright, let me go over here to YouTube and copy that link over. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Coletco. We're approaching 1,000 subscribers. That's going to be a big deal for me personally. It's when I started a YouTube channel, I was like, now, who's going to sit down and watch me talk about records? And sure enough, people say they love it. So I need to make more videos. I will say it's very time consuming. I try my best to make them as often as possible. I've got some ideas about other videos I can do, but for the most part, I'm just trying to, and by the way, I'm working on my phone right now, so just excuse me for the meantime. Let me, let's see here. I think I can do this. Just happened. I think I accidentally closed out of that. Story. There we go. Alright, we're getting there. There we go. That should post to Facebook and YouTube. That worked. It did. Okay. Thanks everybody for watching, or thanks everybody for tuning in. The show's not over yet. I'm just now getting started. I had to take care of some stuff there I normally don't do. Takes about 5 minutes to get all that set up. Let me grab the first crate. We're going to start with new vinyl. I've got some pretty cool new releases that's in for this week. We're going to go ahead and show those. And I've got the pre-orders ready. How have I got? I've got 2 crates of new vinyl. Let me actually show this first. Got some new releases too that's due out on Friday. So, and I've got to get my chat pulled up for Restream. And after that, I'll finally be ready to sell y'all records. Okay. Now, let's see what we got in here. Let's do new vinyl. I've got, this is kind of strange, the Manson Family Sings, the songs of Charles Manson. This is actually a new release for Friday. The Manson Family. $31.99. Recorded at the infamous Spawn Ranch in 1970. Leader Charles Manson, etc., etc. There's the information about it. That is $31.99. That's actually a new release for Friday. I didn't know that existed. $31.99. We have 2 of those. And this, we have a few people's pre-ordered this. It's a new Jeff Beck album with Johnny Depp. It's called 18. and it's on the limited edition Gold Nugget vinyl. Those are $29.99. So that's Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp. If you hadn't heard about that, I already have a pre-order on that. That's Cody Chandler, Scott Smith, Brent Rabley got 2 of them, Susan Bell, William Simmons, Kenny Heathcock, and Wayne Heath. Volume is a little off on your end. Let me move this around over here. Tanner's going to check on that. I've got this thing clipped. Let me clip it down here below me. I don't want that to fall off though. Let me bundle my shirt up here. Okay, now it's right here. Maybe y'all can hear that. So the new Jeff Beck album with Johnny Depp is $29.99, and those I've got pre-orders already with Cody Chandler, Scott Smith, Brent Rabley got 2 of them, Susan Bell, William Simmons, Kenny Heathcock, and Wayne Heath. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see here. I'm going to clip it back up here then. Oh. Feel like I'm in a studio or something, which we kind of are. Okay, so those are $29.99. I've got 4 or 5 of those left after that. That's better. Okay, yeah, I had the wrong mic. We got 2 wireless mics. The other one was across the room. Okay, Alice Cooper. This is a new release from Alice Cooper. The 2015 reunion show with award-winning documentary of the event on DVD, limited edition glow-in-the-dark LP gatefold, limited and numbered. That is $46.99. $46.99. Alice Cooper reunion concert, glow-in-the-dark vinyl, hand-numbered on the back, 2420 of 4,000. That's $46.99. I only have 1 of them because I didn't know what y'all would think on that, so I only got 1 of those. Let me make sure I didn't miss any claims on the Jeff Beck album. I don't think I did. That's the only thing I've showed, that and Charles Manson, and Steve Botsford wants Alice Cooper. These are in stock. I can have them in before Friday to get them on this week's invoice. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Those are $46.99. I was going to take a pre-order because there's another version. I think there's another version. It has a red-looking cover. I don't know if that's different colored vinyl or a different, just maybe an alternate cover, but I figured limited and numbered glow-in-the-dark vinyl would be the one to get. This one sold to Steve Botsford and Jason Kenton. I'll have you another one in before the end of the week, if that's okay with you. If anybody else wants one, please let me know. Most of this is new stuff for Friday. Most of the stuff in this crate is new releases for Friday. Here's another one. Pat Travers and Carmine Appice. I've never got his last name completely down. This one's called Bazooka. The Explosive 2005 album. It's on orange vinyl, and that is $28.99. $28.99. Go ahead and put Jason Kent down for that Alice Cooper and Rich Recore. What's the actual name of that? It's Alice Cooper live from AstroTurf? Yeah, AstroTurf 2015 reunion. Carmine Appice? That don't sound right. Maybe I'm just not saying that right. That is $28.99. The Sweet Oddnitz Blitz 2 LP, double LP, 1976 live recording in Odense, Denmark, and that is $39.99. That is $39.99, the Sweet. Judge hit 61. Of course, the night that I think I've bet 2 nights that he would, and then the night I forget that they're playing, he actually hits it. That's my luck. The Sweet is $39.99. Halloween. This is actually a new reissue on blue and white marbled vinyl from Nuclear Blast. It says strictly limited edition. So yeah, barcode over the barcode. This is a new color variant from Halloween. That's $34.99. I've got 2 of those, and I think right in front of it, nope, there's another Halloween album coming up. But this is finally in. They pushed back the date on this because I think there was pretty big demand for it. First time this has ever been on vinyl, and that's George Michael Older. 2 LP, remastered, $48.99. I've got several people who pre-ordered that with us. Jason Ivey, Carlene Rollins, Troy Robinson, and Brian White. That is Jason Ivey, Carlene Rollins, Troy Robinson, and Brian White. If anybody else wants a George Michael Older, I have 1 left because I originally posted that, and I didn't think we had like 1 or 2 people claim it. So I went ahead and ordered 5, and then over the last 3 months, somebody else did, and then it snuck up on me, and I only had 5 ordered.
So Michael Massey, I'm going to give you this one. You were first. And John Wilson, I will have you one in before Friday if that's okay. Because I'm going to order more anyway because I know it's George Michael. Lots of people's going to want that. I know Carlene's excited. I'll go ahead and show Pump. We got a restock of Pump. These are $36.99, Aerosmith Pump. I had two people on a wait list, Sean Foxbower and Ron Phillips. Sean Foxbower and Ron Phillips, that's Aerosmith Pump. New sealed remaster. Janie's Got a Gun. What's the other hit on this? Love in an Elevator. That is $36.99. If anybody wants one, just comment Aerosmith or Pump. And I've got 8 on hand. 8 on hand. Eric Beck wants one. Tanner, I think those are in the other crate, which is... What did I do with the other crate? I think they're still... I think they're in the other crate. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab them. Let's see here. They were in the next crate. I used that for my thumbnail image because there's a lot of people been waiting on that one. Eric Beck gets one. I'm going to have to go over here to my phone right quick to get the rest of the comments. Let's see. Where did we get to? Eric Beck wants one. Get a Grip. That actually, they printed some of those recently, but I was too far down on the list, I guess, because I didn't get any. But hopefully they come back in pretty soon. Vernon Lehman wants an Aerosmith Pump. So does John Sheehan, Cameron Nance, Paul Brothers, Tim Holloway, Sean Crupper. And those are all there. Those are all pulled. So that was Eric Beck, Vernon Lehman, John Sheehan, Cameron Nance, Paul Brothers, Tim Holloway, and Sean Crupper. That's just checking. Can you confirm Miles Davis Kind of Blue? We didn't have one on hand, Derek. They're going to be delivered here tomorrow. They're actually, I found a mono RTI pressing. I went ahead and ordered 2 or 3 of them. You will get one. I didn't have any on hand, but the RTI pressings was in stock. Susie, I'm pretty positive that you've got one of these already from the first time I showed them. I'm almost positive. Motorhead, Hammered. Limited edition 20th anniversary, yellow and black splatter vinyl. New release for Friday. It looks like Motorhead's doing a bunch of anniversary pressings on colored vinyl. Here's the next one. Hammered, $39.99. I have one of those. And a reissue of Cream's first album, Fresh Cream. Fresh Cream, and that's limited edition on clear red vinyl, $36.99. Did you guys share the video? Not seeing a link in the group. I'm pretty sure I did. If Tanner can check on that right quick, I would be in debt to him. I shared it. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, it's posted on our main page. We're on YouTube. It's shared in the group, and I also posted it on our story. I tried to get it everywhere tonight. Fresh Cream is $36.99. That is special edition clear red vinyl. That's a new reissue of that. That's Cream's first album. Not an easy album to get. That's worth picking up if you've had trouble finding one lately. And Afro Man Crazy Rap. This actually came out about 2 years ago, like a one-time pressing. Here it is again, Afro Man, limited edition splatter vinyl, $29.99. Yes, Tyler Childers are going to be on this week's Invoice. That's the last record in this crate. I'm about to show it. A new Christmas album out this week, Holiday Rules. And speaking of Christmas albums, John's got his 2 crates. He's got his 2 crates full of Christmas albums. I hadn't looked through them. I'm going to show some of them tonight. I don't want to get everybody burned out on Christmas too early, but there's people already asking for Christmas albums, so we went ahead and got some ready. Holiday Rules. This is on Craft, 2 LP, and it's actually on red vinyl. It's on Craft label, so you know it's going to sound good. Some of the artists include Fun, Shins, Paul McCartney, The Civil Wars, Calixco, Ages and Ages, Eleanor Friedberger, Fruit Bats, La Bamba, Andrew Bird, and that's Holiday Rules. It says includes modern arrangements of Holidays classics. So a lot of new artists, and you also have some artists on there that's been around for a while, like Paul McCartney. Holiday Rules, $33.99. Red vinyl from Kraft. Lightning Hopkins in New York, new release, $28.99. Remastered by Bernie Grumman from the original master tapes. Lightning in New York, that's Lightning Hopkins. New release for Friday. That's on Candid Record Label, $28.99. Jerry Stone says he wants on the George Michael wait list. Okay, we'll put you on that. Chip Coral said, make sure you turn on notifications. Yes, and if you subscribe to us on YouTube, same thing. Robert Johnson wants the Lightning Hopkins. If anybody else wants one, let me know. I only have one. That's a new release. And a new release from Humble Pie from Cleopatra Records. I Need a Star in My Life. That is double blue vinyl, 2LP, $36.99. Some kind of new Humble Pie record. Really don't know. A lot of songs on there, though. $36.99, Humble Pie. Halloween. We haven't had this in a while. It's a new colored vinyl variant from Nuclear Blast. Green vinyl. Green vinyl. That's Halloween, The Dark Ride. $34.99. $34.99. Sherry Darnell, put her down for a Lightning Hopkins waiting list. That's Lightning in New York. And yes, any customers or viewers tonight that's in Florida, hope everybody's safe. I know I have several. I've already reached out to a couple of them. For sure, Brandon Sanders this morning, I was messaging him I said, Brandon, where do you live? And he sent me kind of a dot on a map of where he lives. And he's right in the middle of it. So, Raven, Leave 'Em Bleeding. Raven is $28.99. New release from Raven. Some of these new releases like this, I don't know if they're new albums, new reissues, reimagined. I really don't know. I can tell you some of them, but a lot of them I'm just like, here's a Raven record. It's new. I don't know if it's new material or a new reissue. Sometimes they tell us on the hype sticker. Sometimes they don't tell us anything. It's like this. There's no blurb. There's no information. It just said Raven. There wasn't even a picture of it. But I saw Raven and I ordered one. So, show the Humble Pie again, Chris Crowley. It's called Humble Pie. I Need a Star in My Life. Double LP blue vinyl. That's from Cleopatra Records. They put out a lot of really killer rock reissues about every week. Can you read the members? There's no notes. It's just the tracks. I wish I could. That's all I can tell you. Maybe you want to do a Google search on that. Humble Pie, I Need a Star in My Life. So some of these, like I said, I really don't know anything about it. Raven, we have the new indie exclusive of the reissue. I think this is an anniversary edition by Wilco, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Original album remastered on indie exclusive creamy white vinyl. There's been several people asking about this. I meant to post a pre-order and I didn't get around to it. Those are $39.99 and that's a 2LP. Sorry, Randy, I couldn't give you the information. I would if I could. And we have Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? That is Tyler Childers' new album, $64.99. I've got to listen to it. I actually got to listen to record 1, and I filmed an unboxing video. I'm going to get it on YouTube tonight because Street Date's Friday, and probably a lot of people are very curious. So we listened to the first disc, which was the Hallelujah version. And basically, it's 3 albums. It's 3 LPs, but it's the same album with different versions. And so far, we've listened to that first disc. I really hadn't got to get into the other stuff. So it's that's coming. Well, we're going to definitely finish it tonight. So so far, I liked it. I've already heard that one track he released, kind of a pre-release, and there was 2 or 3 others. I think each side has an instrumental. So, his last album was pretty much all instrumentals. Back up to the top. Brent Rabley and Joe Musser wants a Wilco. Sell those to Brent Rabley and Joe Musser. Chris Crowley said he will take the Humble Pie. And Richard Davis, the Raven, is $28.99. Chris Crowley, Humble Pie sold. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. Price on Raven. Yeah, I almost said price on Richard Davis. Richard, you're priceless. This record is $28.99. Raven, Leave 'Em Bleeding. Leave 'Em Bleeding. That's $28.99. I've only got one, but if Richard wants this, if anybody else wants one, let me know. And that's Jared McLaughlin. Jared, let me know if you want one. I'm going to order more anyway. We're going to sell that one to Richard Davis. Michael Ling says the Raven album is a retrospective. Best of from the past decade, I think. There you go. That one sold to Richard. Let me go back through this crate if you're just hopping on. This is our first crate of the night. It's just new vinyl. It's literally new releases. Most of it's stuff that comes out. I think everything in there is stuff that has street dates for Friday. Street date, when does the Wilco come out? It comes out Friday. We sell the stuff here because if you're local, you can't pick it up until Monday anyway. And If it's getting shipped to you, you definitely won't get it street date. It's a perk about having Facebook Live sales. We can go ahead and sell stuff early. You won't be able to get it into your hands, though, until Friday at the earliest. Put George Buchanan down on the Wilco waiting list. George, I will get you one of those. And one more time. The Manson family sings the songs of Charles Manson, $31.99. I've got 2 of those. The new Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp album, that's on indie exclusive limited edition Gold Nugget vinyl. It says featuring Caroline No, and I know that's a Beach Boys song, so I don't know if that's new material or covers or what's going on there, but hey, Johnny Depp and Jeff Beck, it's been a pretty good seller so far for us. Joe Level wants one of the Manson families. Sell that to Joe Level. Pat Travers and Carmine, everybody told me how to pronounce it, but I gotta hear it first. If I can hear it, I'll be okay. But that's $28.99. I'm going to call it Pat Travers and the Very Popular Drummer. That's on orange vinyl. I think that's also Cleopatra. Purple Pyramid. Purple Pyramid also does a lot of really cool rock reissues. Them and Cleopatra. Joe Barrios wants one of the new Jeff Becks. Let me make sure you're not on the pre-order. Jeff Beck was Cody Chandler, Scott Smith, 2 for Brent Rabley, Susan Bell, William Simmons, Kenny Heathcock, and Wayne Heat. So Kenny Heathcock wants a Tyler Childers. And I didn't read off that pre-order on that. Brandon Sanders, Bob Riger, Lasley King, Alex Roman, Charlie Bosch, Sherry Darnell, Wayne Carr, Susan Bell, Josh Duvall got 2, Ron Rarback, Lisa Montgomery, Paul Brothers, and Kevin Squires. That's everybody who pre-ordered Tyler Childers. Jeff Beck to Joe Barrios. And what's next? A piece. That's it? Just a piece? Okay, that makes sense. I can say that. I can say anything if I hear somebody say it the first time. I just want to keep butchering it over and over. The Sweet Oddness Blitz. The Sweet. Limited edition. This is a 1976 live show from The Sweet. 2LP colored vinyl. That's $39.99. I've got 2 of the Halloween. You got to change the first vowel there from an A to an E. That is $34.99. Blue and white marbled vinyl. Aerosmith Pump, I have 1 left, $36.99. 1 left. Motorhead Hammered, $39.99. I have 1 left. Fresh Cream, red vinyl, 1 left, $36.99. Afro Man, splatter vinyl, $29.99. Holiday Rules, 2LP, red vinyl from Kraft, $33.99. Halloween, that is the Dark Ride Special Edition green vinyl, $34.99. And I've got plenty more, but there's 2 left in the crate. Tyler Childers' new album, Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? 3 LP with booklet, $64.99. Chris Crowley wants the Sweet. Sell that to Chris Crowley. Christmas up next. We're going to just do a regular bin of vintage first. Regular bin of vintage, and then we'll show some Christmas stuff. And then I've got some on-sale stuff, and then I've got some other. TMZ just announced Coolio has passed away. Wow. Yeah, someone commented that earlier. Heart attack? Is that what just someone said? Sherry Darnell on the holidays. That's Holiday Rules. Anybody else? I've got 1 left. Stock up on Christmas now. That's not just sales pitch. I've also got a whole nother crate of new vinyl to show you, but we'll do that in just a second. Let me do this bin of new arrivals. Let's go through it and see what's in here. We'll start with some vintage stuff. I've got vintage, Christmas on sale, new vinyl. And guess what? We hadn't even started our first Japanese auction. Tanner, Japanese records are in the office. It's the top crate. It has a sticky note that says Thursday. I have a whole crate of Japanese stuff. We got to start getting those auctioned. Oh my gosh. No new Pixies album. I think those hadn't shipped yet. So some things, they're very peculiar. They won't even ship them to make sure we don't sell them earlier. And David, you asked about MoFi. I hadn't got a ship notification on that. Just so you know, if you see something on MoFi's website, you can always buy it there first. If you want to shop locally with us, stuff from Analog Productions, MoFi, and Impex, we get it about a week or 2 later after MoFi because they've already got them there in their warehouses. They already ship them. Then they ship them to dealers, and then we can start offering them for sale. But yes, we did a pre-order on that Elvis Blue Hawaii. That should be coming in soon, but I have not got a ship notification. The new Jeff Beck is $29.99, Sean. $29.99. Who do we have here? Keisha, Animal. A 2010 pressing, $74.99. Keisha Animal, $74.99. Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, $49.99. This is a Looney Tunes box set. That's all, folks. I believe you are. There's an original post. You may have to do a lot of swiping, but if you go to our group under featured post and you swipe for a long time, you should see it. And they should start shipping those soon. Night Ranger, Midnight Madness, $26.99. The good thing is I've got a free hand, and I can show you all the disc. Look how nice that is. Very clean stuff here. This was some stuff that was traded into us. Very nice. Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog. Rick Springfield is $14.99. The Moody Blues, Seventh Sojourn, also $14.99. The History of Eric Clapton. This is a 2LP compilation, $34.99. Yellow Atco label, very clean. It's got songs from John Mayall, early stuff. It's got Derek and the Dominoes. It has Cream. It has Blind Faith tracks. Tommy Flowers on Looney Tunes. Tommy Flowers on Looney Tunes. George Buchanan on Rick. That's Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog. We sold one of those last night with the other cover. Heavy Cream. We sold one of these last night. This is pretty much a Cream compilation. Yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff on it. It's got a lot of tracks. 2 LPs. Let's see, 10, 12, 22 songs. $34.99. Heavy Cream. Chuck Berry's Greatest Hits. Memphis, Maybelline, Johnny B. Good. $24.99. Chess Records. That's a reissue label. Very nice. Tommy Flowers says, wasn't me. That was John Wilson. Excuse me. John Wilson was first to the Looney Tunes box. Then Tommy Flowers asked the price. So it's already sold to John. Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker's $24.99. What exactly is this called? Verve Return Engagement. It's probably some kind of compilation. Black Verve label. Return Engagement. Charlie Parker. 2LP, $24.99. That's jazz. A Japanese pressing of The Best of Jeff Beck. $44.99. The Best of Jeff Beck. And with that, let me go ahead and put up some new Japanese pressings up for auction. Let's pull Ringo Starr and Stevie Wonder. I'm just going to work out the front. We got some nice stuff. I posted some of them on our group earlier. Ringo Starr, self-titled album. It's technically called Ringo. This is a VG Plus on the vinyl. Now, the other night, Seth grades and inspects all these for us. A VG Plus with these are going to have like some superficial marks. I'm going to try to show that. See that scuff right there? If I tell you a Japanese pressing's pristine, it's definitely not going to have anything like that on it. So a record like this is a super clean VG Plus. That's Ringo Starr, and we need a $25 start for that. No other inserts, just the disc and a really cool Obi on it. Has a picture of Ringo on it. That's a $25 start. And we have Stevie Wonder in Square Circle. This one we've graded EX, which is very close to near mint. Yeah, it has a little bit of a mark right there. Obviously a non-feeler. And that side has a couple like sleeve scuffs running vertically there. That's also a $25 start. So our first two Japanese pressings tonight, just $25 starts. That's Stevie Wonder in Square Circle or Ringo Starr. That's $25 and $25 starts. Next record, Jerry Lee Lewis. I think this is technically a self-titled record. $9.99. Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis. $9.99. Kiss Original sold for $300 last night. Stitt Plays Bird. That's Sonny Stitt. A 1964 UK pressing on Atlantic Records. $19.99. $19.99. Let's see. Brent Rabley's at $25 on the Ringo Starr. Nina Simone plays Porgy with the Village All-Stars. $29.99. Nina Simone. Ultrasonically cleaned. Palace label. That's $29.99. Nina Simone. Strange Brew, the very best of Cream. I hadn't seen this in a while. That's also $34.99. Badge, Sunshine of Your Love. This is more of a condensed, truly like hits. Crossroads, White Room, I Feel Free, Strange Brew. That's $34.99. Chip Corals on Sonny Stitt. Chip Corals. Chip, I don't know if we've sold to you before or not. If we have, thank you. If we have not, please make sure you message our page. Let me know in the comments. And right now, no bid yet on Stevie Wonder. Looking for a $25 start. And Brent Rabley's at $25 on Ringo. He put Dingo, but I know he means Ringo. That's going once, going twice to Brent Rabley for $25. Next, I've already showed Nina and Cream. The Bee Gees Greatest. The Bee Gees Greatest. 2 LP compilation, very clean, textured cover, $24.99 on that. And the Oscar Peterson Trio with Roy Eldridge, Sonny Stitt, and Joe Jones at Newport. That is $39.99. That's actually a Japanese pressing with no obi. Japanese pressing with no obi. Let's take a look at that. Japanese Verve label. Wow, yeah, pristine. That's $39.99, another jazz record. The Beatles' Early Years, Volume 1, $24.99. I saw her standing there, Roll Over Beethoven, Twist and Shout, The Taste of Honey. That is $24.99. About a VG Plus cover. Chip Coral said, first time. Okay, just the only thing you have to do is send us a message and say, I'm a first-time buyer, and we will send you an invoice on Monday. You can buy the rest of the week for $7 and limited shipping. $29.99. Here's a Power Pack record I've never seen before. The Gemini Man. I've seen Superman. I've seen Batman. I've seen all these. Well, I've never seen Flash and Aquaman, Wonder Woman. I've never seen the Gemini Man. That's $29.99. Sherry Darnell wants the Bee Gees Greatest. I'm going to go ahead and tag Brent Rabley on the Ringo Starr for $25. Sell that to Brent Rabley. And if anybody wants a great deal, if you haven't bid yet, Jared, I just sold Ringo. Man, I think that happened to you twice last night. I see your bid of 26, but I was already saying sold and laying it off to the side. Now, if anybody wants to buy this, great deal, $24.99. It's very clean. It's got the Japanese insert with it. If anybody wants to buy that, I'm going to lay it right over here. No bid on that, so you can buy it now. $24.99 on Stevie Wonder. Next 2 records. We got Youthquake, Dead or Alive. By the way, if you want to bid, make sure you get in early and make sure you get in often. Otherwise, I don't think anybody else is interested and I'm going to sell it. And make sure you got a good connection so it comes in. Youthquake, Dead or Alive, featuring their hit, You Spin Me Round. Some people say it's a one-hit wonder. I've listened to some of their other albums. All their music's pretty good, but I don't know how much of it got radio play. Youthquake, Dead or Alive. I've graded this one about EX, and that is a $35 start. Youthquake, Dead or Alive, $35 start on that. Very clean. And Foreigner, Agent Provocateur. Foreigner, Agent Provocateur, and that is a Japanese pressing with obi. Very clean, and that is also a $35 start. $35 start on either one of those, Foreigner or Youthquake, Dead or Alive. Superman on the Power Pack label is $19.99. Superman, that's another one on the Power Pack label, $19.99 for that. And John Cougar Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee, $19.99. John Cougar Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee, $19.99. Lonnie Mack, the Wham of That Memphis Man. Lonnie Mack is $19.99. Very clean copy of that. He's kind of a local dude, somewhat. Lonnie Mack, I think when he passed away, he lived in Smithville. And the Yardbirds, the original recording, 63 to 68, has Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Jimmy Page on the cover. And that is $19.99. $19.99. The Yardbirds original recordings. $19.99 on that. And John Cougar Mellencamp, Scarecrow. That is $19.99. John Cougar Mellencamp, Scarecrow. $19.99. Okay, let's see here. I think somebody bid on, let's see. Yeah, Bill Fratsky bid 25 on Dead or Alive. Bill Fratsky bid 35 on Dead or Alive. And I thought somebody bid 36, but I don't believe so. So Bill Fratsky's at 35 on Dead or Alive, and Robert Johnson takes the Yardbird. Sell that to Robert Johnson. Randy Scarborough wants John Cougar Mellencamp. That was Scarecrow, I'm pretty sure. Or was that for, did I already show Scarecrow? I'll let and Randy confirm that. Lonesome Jubilee was, yeah, $19.99 and $19.99. They're both $19.99. Randy, let me know if you wanted Scarecrow or Lonesome Jubilee. I will leave both of those in there for you. I've also got a nice, clean copy of Saturday Night Fever, $19.99. These used to be everywhere, and now this is the only nice one I still have in stock. $19.99 for Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. $19.99. Randy Scarborough on Scarecrow as well. Sell that to Randy Scarborough. So I have one bid and my feed reset because I was trying to read comments and I accidentally pulled it down. Somebody, I think Bill Fratsky. Yeah, Bill Fratsky is at 35 on Dead or Alive. That's going once, going twice to him. And we're still looking for a $35 bid on Foreigner, Agent Provocateur. And this is a extremely nice pressing. It's got the Japanese insert and Obi with it. Also looking for a $35 start on that. Carlene Rollins wants SN. That's Saturday Night Fever. Sell that to Carlene, $19.99. Next is the Cars. We have the hype sticker with it. It's not attached. Somebody was smart enough to save it. But that's a nice, really nice, clean copy of the Cars first album, $34.99. It has the hype sticker, just someone tore it out of the shrink. Rick James busting out of L7. Rick James is $19.99. Rick James is $19.99. And Live Yardbirds. This is actually a bootleg. This is $29.99. It's strange. It looks like a promo copy or something, but this is actually an unofficial Live Yardbirds, $29.99. John Wilson takes the Cars. John Wilson takes the Cars, and John Wilson also wants Rick James. Cars and Rick James sold to John Wilson. The Cars, Heartbeat City, another Cars album. Really nice, clean copy of that, $34.99. $34.99 on the Cars, Heartbeat City. Brent Rabley wants the Yardbirds. Very interesting record there. And we're going to go ahead and sell Bill Fratsky, Youthquake. Bill, I think maybe due to poor Facebook connections, you may have got a deal on that. Only one bidder on Youthquake. That's Bill Fratsky for $35. And if anybody wants Foreigner, I want to know what love is. The name of the album is Agent Provocateur. $34.99 if anybody wants it. And I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know now, if your Facebook feed freezes up, it's because one or two things. One, we're obviously live streaming on YouTube, so it kind of overloads everything. So you need to make sure your Facebook app is up to date. You need to go to your settings, make sure your app's up to date, your phone's up to date. And if your feed still freezes, just back out. If you comment the word frozen, it actually makes it worse because a lot of people comment frozen at the same time, and that overloads it even more. But what will happen is if I put up something and it gets a lot of activity, there's a good chance your feed may freeze. Some people it doesn't. Some people can watch all night, but it's probably good to reset not every few minutes, but every 10 minutes, you might want to close out the, ad and restart. George Buchanan gets Foreigner, but I've had a couple of tech people tell me that has nothing to do with internet connections. It's just literally Facebook's getting overloaded. So, make sure your apps are up to date and your phone's up to date. And, maybe, if it keeps going really bad for you, just hop on over to YouTube. YouTube never freezes. It's the same thing. And if you have an account, it's the same thing. So. Okay, some people don't like it though. They want to stay on Facebook. That's fine, and it may freeze, may not. Okay, Rainbow on stage. This is pristine, very nice white cover, beautiful Obi. Richie Blackmore, Ronnie James Dio, Rainbow. It has the inner sleeves, the insert, 2LP, red Polydor Oyster label, $55 start. $55 start. And we have Deep Purple made in Europe. Deep Purple made in Europe. Japanese pressing. Also a very nice record. $45 start. Those are very clean, near mint, beautiful copies. Deep Purple made in Europe and Rainbow. $55 and $45 starts on those. Pat Metheny Group. Off Ramp. Pat Metheny is $14.99. King Curtis Country Soul. King Curtis is $19.99. Country Soul, $19.99. We have Debbie Harry, Rockbird. Is that what that says? Rockbird, Debbie Harry, Blondie. I've never seen this one. Yeah, Rockbird, $24.99 on that. Heart Magazine. Heart is a Holland pressing, actually. Heart from Holland, $19.99 magazine. Very nice vinyl, VG Plus cover. Blackfoot Strikes featuring Highway Song and Train. That is $19.99 on Blackfoot. Walt Disney's Merriest Songs. That is $19.99. Walt Disney's Merriest Songs and Van Halen, Women and Children First. Van Halen, just a standard inner sleeve. Very nice copy actually. $44.99. Walt Cruz wants Debbie Harry Rockbird. Sell that to Walt Cruz. Looking for a $55 start on Rainbow and a $45 start on Deep Purple. Debbie Blair takes Heart. Debbie Blair takes Heart. Joseph Snow wants the Disney's Merriest Songs. Sell that to Joseph Snow. This is the vinyl and that's near mint. Very nice cover too. ELO, Secret Messages. ELO is actually a VG copy. VG copy for $9.99. And Billy Squier, Emotions in Motion. Also a VG copy. VG on both of those, $10 each. Bill Toe's at $45 on the Deep Purple. Made in Europe. Pristine copy with Obi. That's going once, going twice to Bill Toe. And we're looking for, this is an extremely nice rainbow. I don't even want to get it out of the sleeve. That's a $55 start. Can't go wrong with Ronnie James Dio on vocals. Greg Rogers gets Van Halen. Sell that to Greg Rogers. John Wilson on Electric Light Orchestra. We're going to sell that to John Wilson. And John Wilson also wants Billy Squier. Billy Squier. Bill Fratsky, you were second. And Jerry Stone, you were third. Any Blackfoot. Right here, Michael. $19.99 Blackfoot. The Early Beatles. The Early Beatles is a VG Plus Orange 70s Capital. That is $24.99. Orange Capital label, $24.99. VG Plus. Robert Fripp, The League of Gentlemen. Don't see his stuff too often. Robert Fripp, VG Plus, $19.99. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. VG Plus, $29.99 on that. Crazy World of Arthur Brown. And we have Fats Domino, Fats on Fire. What an interesting cover. In shrink wrap, VG Plus, $19.99. That must be one of his ABC Paramount. VG Plus on the vinyl. All right, let's go ahead and sell Bill Toe, Deep Purple for $45. That's sold to Bill Toe for $45. Yes, Train is on Blackfoot. And we got GT Bass at $55 on Rainbow. GT's at $55. That's going once, going twice to GT Bass. Train on it. Yes, how much was the Charlie Parker album? Let me go back to that earlier. The Charlie Parker chip was $24.99. $24.99 on that. And by the way, if we have anybody hop on over to YouTube and you're a regular, you may have a username that I don't know who you are. So if I end up selling something to me, just let me know your name so Tanner can tag you. Michael House wants the Blackfoot. Sell that to Michael House. Final call on Rainbow at $55. Final call on Rainbow. Disney's Merriest Songs is already sold, Matt. That's already sold. Is that Beatles from the 70s or one of the endless amount of comps Capitol released in the early 60s? This Beatles here, the early Beatles, that's probably actually something from the 80s or late 70s, this one here. It's on kind of an off label. 1981. 1981 is when that came out. Paul McCartney, Ram. Hadn't seen an OG of that in a while. This is a VG Plus on the vinyl. $19.99. Very good McCartney album. Probably my favorite of his. And Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor. VG on the vinyl. $19.99. $20. VG on the vinyl. It has the original brown paper bag. If you want to know what cover it is, you can ask. Unless somebody buys it before, you can ask. All right. Rainbow is sold to GT Bass for $55. I know he's bought from us before. GT, go ahead and send us a message, please. Make sure you're in our inbox so we can invoice you on Monday. $7 unlimited shipping. RM Lazelle on Paul McCartney. And Led Zeppelin to Sean David. And how much is Ram? We've already sold it. And Carlene, I'm not for sure. Next two Japanese pressings. Oh my gosh. It's what's next in the crate, but I'm going to go ahead and show them. I actually bought tickets to see this man Sunday night here in Nashville. I bought tickets this morning. I was going to do it late last night. It's actually cheaper than when I seen him the last time, and I think I'm going to have better seats. Elton John's Greatest Hits, Japanese pressing. This is beautiful. We actually hadn't had one in a while. I have one of these in my personal collection. I probably listened to this in my probably top 10 most listened to records I've listened to this probably more than, well, it's in my top 10 most listened. This Pacific pressing sounds phenomenal. And this is in a very nice, the condition of this thing is astonishing. The Japanese graders we get this from, they called it EX Plus. That means they hardly ever put near min on anything. Most of the stuff we sell y'all is E. The Japanese graded E. They put EX Plus or E Plus on this one, meaning it's like new, and it is. I was wanting to compare it to the one I have, but this is, there's the original inner sleeve, comes with a booklet. The cover is also extremely nice. This is a $55 start. Listen to this lineup. Your Song, Daniel, Honky Cat, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Side 2 is Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Border Song, and Crocodile Rock. Good stuff there. And there's more hits where that came from. They just can't fit it all on one disc, right? So that's a $55 start, Japanese pressing of that. And Pink Floyd Animals, another one. This is nice. This is kind of like Steely Dan. You're going to have to really want this one because we don't get them too often in this kind of condition. This is an extremely nice copy. The last one that came through this nice, it's sitting somewhere in my house in a crate. I listened to it and I was like, wow. And I guess if you're not going to have the new remix and you want a nice quiet copy, this is the next best thing. There's the insert with it, original inner sleeve with lyrics, and the disc is pristine. It's nice. So the U.S. copies of this are always kind of noisy. If anything, it's more of a historical collectible or artifact. You know, Pink Floyd's a very collectible band. Their stuff's always expensive. It doesn't matter if there is a better version or not. This is pretty cool, though. I mean, it's very nice all the way around. But like I said, it's going to be like that Steely Dan last week. You're going to have to want this one. I have a feeling someone's going to buy it. $100 start. Pink Floyd Animals, pristine Japanese pressing. $100 start on that. I have it stickered for more. Just in case it doesn't get a bid and we put it out in the store, it's stickered for more. I can promise you that. $100 start on that. Let's see. It's still Carly. Okay, Carlene Madden is Carlene Rollins. Just confirming Charlie Parker's 2 LPs. If so, I'll take it. It is. So sell Chip Quarles to Charlie Parker. That's sold to Chip Quarles. Is Elton John like 100 now? Elton John is somewhere in his 70s. I don't know how old. I seen him, I guess, 2 years ago. Late, when was that? No, I guess about a year ago. He's been on the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road farewell tour for about 3 years now. He's been doing his farewell tour for like 3 years. This is his second time in Nashville within the last couple years, and he's playing outside at Nissan Stadium. That's going to be pretty cool. So he's playing outside at Nissan Stadium. Sunday night, that's where I'll be. George Buchanan's at 75, looking for 100 on Pink Floyd. Let's go back through this crate one more time. I'm going to read titles. If you want to know prices, please let me know. There's Keisha, Night Ranger. That has Sister Christian on it, in case you didn't know that or looking for that song. There is Moody Blues, History of Eric Clapton, Heavy Cream, Chuck Berry, The Best of Jeff Beck. Wow, there's some great records in here. These are all very nice too. Jerry Lee Lewis, that's a self-titled record. Nina Simone, Strange Brew, The Very Best of Cream. That's a Japanese pressing, no Obi, of Oscar Peterson. Gemini Man, that's on Power Pack. Superman, Lonnie Mack, and John Cougar Mellencamp, Lonesome Jubilee. So just an update. George Buchanan is at 75 on Elton John. That's also his current age. So George Buchanan's at 75. $1 for each year he's been alive. And Brent Rabley is in on the Pink Floyd Animals at 100. So 75 and 100. And how much for Nina Simone? Nina Simone was $29.99, I believe. Yep, with the Village All-Stars, $29.99 on that. Let's see. In the road, Oscar Peterson, Cameron Nance, the Oscar Peterson with Roy Eldridge, Sonny Stitt. That's good. And JoJo Jones, or Joe Jones, $39.99. Sherry Darnell wants The Best of Cream. And I'm assuming you want Strange Brew here. The Very Best of Cream, Sherry. Brian White's back in on the Elton John at 80. I've only ever seen one other nice one that nice before. And like I said, it's at home somewhere in a crate. I got to bring it back down here so I can listen to it. The Cars, Heartbeat City. Surprise, this has got my favorite Cars song on it. Probably my favorite. Drive. You Might Think's also on here. And of course, that first track on side one's really good too. The whole album's good. Hello Again. Yeah. Magic's on here too. Keisha was $74.99, and the reason is because that's an out-of-print title from 2011, or excuse me, 2010. $74.99 on that. Pat Metheny Group, Off Ramp, that is $14.99. Stephen Tuttle wants the Nina Simone. We don't get a lot of her stuff in very often. And Coolio has passed away. Someone announced that earlier. I don't think I have any of his records either. Not to be morbid, but usually there's like a rush on people's records when that happens. King Curtis, Country Soul, that is $19.99. The early Beatles is a VG Plus $24.99. Now this is one of those Capitol Orange Label compilations. It has their early stuff. Love Me Do, P.S. I Love You, Twist and Shout, Please Please Me, Ask Me Why, Boys. Okay, so update on Elton John. Final call on this, or actually I think we're still bidding. No one has set out. Brian White's at 80. George Buchanan, you're out, so 80 with that. And I'm about to sell Pink Floyd, Brent Rabley, one and only one bidder at 100 on that. Very nice copy of Animals. I've got, I see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I've got 5 different versions of that now. But you can tell it's one of my favorites when that happens. Robert Fripp, The League of Gentlemen, VG Plus $19.99. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, Fats Domino, the early Beatles, another Beatles comp, and that's it. No more records in there. If anybody wants prices, I'm going to set those right here next to me pretty handy. I'm going to grab the next crate of new vinyl, which there's not much in it, just a few titles. Let me find them. And I've already been through that one. Yeah, let me go through this one right here. We got a few titles. Scott Smith wants the Robert Fripp. Let me sell that to Scott Smith. Robert Fripp, League of Gentlemen. Sell that to Scott Snee. And we're good to go. It's about time to wrap up some auctions. Let's go ahead and sell Brent Rabley, Pink Floyd Animals for 100 even. Brent, no competition on that. I'm surprised. Sell that to Brent for 100. And final call on Elton John. George, I'm just waiting for you to bid or say out. We've got, who was at 80? Brian White. Brian White was at 80 on there. Night Ranger was $26.99, Wayne. $26.99. Okay. There's some new releases, and there's also some restocks, like Pink Floyd Animals, $33.99. Pink Floyd Animals, remastered. I haven't seen an original U.S. copy of this in forever, and they're always trashed. I don't know why people beat up their copy of Metal. This is Metal. I think I just said Animals. Metal. They're always beat up. So the Japanese pressings are always in demand because they're nice, clean, and quiet, and then these remasters sound amazing. $33.99. Of course, side B is just one song, Echoes, which is like a 26-minute track. Very good, but you got to be patient. $33.99 on Echoes. The Best of Beck. That is a Japanese pressing with Obi. This is from some stuff somebody traded in. I think I originally sold this to them. I may be wrong, but it's $44.99. It's a pristine copy, and that is $44.99, The Best of Beck. And I've got a restock. I went ahead and seen them in stock. I've still got about 20 on hand, but I saw Chris Cornell was still in stock, and I was like, I better grab them. So I went ahead and ordered a couple more Chris Cornell, 2LP Hits Collection. That is $49.99. I have sold a bunch of these. The title of Night Ranger was Midnight Madness, featuring Sister Christian. That's the one Wayne Carr asked about it. Thomas, if you don't want Jeff Beck, Brent Rabley does. And let's go ahead and sell Brian White, Elton John for $80. Brian, you got that for $80. So Brent wants Jeff Beck. We'll just make sure Thomas O'Hara does or does not want that. And I'm going to go ahead and let that right there. What was the condition of that Country Soul? That was the King Curtis album. Let me find that. King Curtis, Country Soul. We have no condition notes on it. There it is. It's pretty clean. That's an EX Plus or better. A record like this looks near mint, but it's a Capitol record from the 60s. So just because of the vinyl quality, it's not going to sound fantastic, but it's still very clean for what it is. So that's EX Plus on that. EX Plus on that. Thomas said he will take the Jeff Beck, and he is a new first-time buyer. Thank you. Please make sure you message our page and we will send you an invoice on Monday. You can watch the rest of the night tonight, the rest of the night tomorrow, and Friday. We're going to have count tonight. We've got 3 sales, Thursday and Friday. No sales on Saturday, and of course we rarely have sales on Sunday. I'm going to start trying to do it. Maybe me and y'all doing like $1 start auctions on Sundays, but it'll be one of those things where we don't do it every Sunday, but we'll do it occasionally. We're going to sell King Curtis to Randy Davis. Next 2 Japanese auctions. This is a very common thing with Japanese pressings, especially on a white cover. You really can see it. They get these spots on them, and I guess it's the, I don't know, the humidity or what it is over there. I've never been to Japan, but this is very common. So if you ever find a nice clean white cover on something, it's a bonus because this happens. But those are just like, on comic books, I call it like foxing, you know, just like aging spots. But this is a Wham album we don't get too often. Wham! The Final. Wham! The Final. The disc, the vinyl, is near mint. It's absolutely pristine. And this is a $45 start. 1986 Wham! The Final. Where's Carlene at? Carlene, I've never offered this one for sale. And it's 2 LPs. It has a Japanese booklet with it, lyric booklet, and that's a $45 start. $45 start on Wham! The Final. Okay, and there's probably some people patiently waiting on this. This is Kiss Destroyer. Kiss Destroyer. No condition notes on this. Let's see what it has. We've got the insert with it, and I think that's the only thing that came with this. And that's Kiss Destroyer. We need a $65 start on this. The cover, extremely nice. Very good Obi. Great color. I love the coloring on these Kiss records because they're probably the best you can get as far as the quality of the jackets. I mean, strong gatefold cover. Look at that. It's beautiful. $65 start on that. And what is the Matrix ID on the Kiss Destroyer? The Matrix ID is NBLP7025A. Then it has a circled S. And then it has, looks like some Morse code. Looks like dots and dashes. It's got a B circled, a squiggly line circled, NBLP7025A, and then a circled S. And this is near mint for sure. So that is near mint for sure. All right, let me set that back here. I got a few comments to get caught. I already see a bid on that, but let me get caught up here. First thing we had, we got Thomas O'Hara. Thank you. When can I pick up on Monday? You can pick up your orders on Monday anytime. We open at 10 o'clock. Doug's here. Sometimes they may not be up front, but if you do come in, they can go to the back and get them. Doug will be working. Usually Josh is here on Monday, and he does all of our invoicing. He was working today, so that's you can come pick up on any time. Usually later, the better. But who got the Robert Fripp? Robert Fripp went to Scott Snee. Please explain capital pressing's not sounding good. I will do that in 1 minute, Bob. Oh, really? Okay, let me check on that. Robert Fripp went to Scott Smith. You were first, Scott. You were first. Scott Smith got Robert Fripp. Scott Snee, you were second. I missed Scott's comment. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Pete W. is at 65 on Kiss. Chris Cornell is $49.99. Chris Cornell is $49.99. Stacy asked that. Kiss. Wham track list. Brian, you'll have to give me a second on that. 70, 70, 80, 75, 80, and 90 on Kiss. Now, what was the other record? Wham! I think we just got one bid on Wham, and that was Carlene at $45. So Carlene's at $45 on Wham! The Final. We'll have to call that a VG copy because of those spots. Vinyl is near mint. 45 of Carlene, going once, going twice. Pete W is at 90 on Kiss, going once, going twice. Next new release is the Cranberries. Stars, the best of the Cranberries, $39.99. Dreams, Linger, Zombie, first 3 tracks, 2 LPs, a total of 20 songs. Gatefold 2 LP, the Cranberry Stars, $39.99. Bill Fratsky's at 48 on Wham. I got to read the tracks on that, or if Craig or somebody can share that, that will save me a lot of oxygen and time, but I will do that in 1 second. Chris Cornell, Greatest Hits. Yes, it's like a Greatest Hits, but it's also, you know, it goes back to, you know, his other bands like Soundgarden, Temple of the Dog. So yeah, Outshines on here. There's a couple things to note. So like if you want to get Hunger Strike on vinyl right now, this is your most affordable way to get a copy. If you want to listen to Hunger Strike on vinyl, this is it, because Temple of the Dog is like a $100 record for a new one that's out of print. It's at least $100 or more. An original is what, $300-400 for an original. And same thing, Audio Slave. There's 2 tracks on here from Audio Slave. Any Audio Slave, you're talking at least a couple hundred or more. And it has Soundgarden, which we have those back in stock a few months ago. That would have been expensive. And then all of these Chris Cornell songs are pretty much, you can't get them on vinyl. They're not in stock, not in print. So this is your best bet. $49.99, 2 LP. And I thought about that the other night. I was like, man, if you wanted to get all these other songs on the original albums or even on new represses, that's like $500 or $600 there. Easily to get all those on either boots, represses, or even the original, especially the originals. So $49.99. Okay, let's see here. We had Kiss 90, Chris Cornell, Greatest Hits. Yeah, pretty much. Bill Fratsky's at 48 on Wham. Carlene bid 50. Do you have pre-orders for Cranberries? I do. The Cranberries waiting list was Jerry Stone, Shauna Markham, and Peter Policino. That was Jerry Stone, Shauna Markham, and Peter Policino. I've already got y'all a Cranberries pulled out. Dirts, the rest of the Dirts will be here tomorrow. Everybody will get one. Yes, everybody will get one. Pete W. has Kiss Destroyer for 90, going twice, going 3 times. Y'all are going to like the copy of Love Gun that's in there. I'm pretty sure it's complete. Here we go. Slipknot, The End So Far. This one is $38.99. This is the indie exclusive yellow vinyl. Here's everybody who's already got one. Matt Algram, Joseph Zucker, Bill Fratsky, Chase Gaither, Kevin Jordan, Marty Ellis, Ryan Green, Ron Rarback, Patrick Johnson got 2 of them, Bob Riger, and Dustin Chandler. And that is for Slipknot. This one don't have the hype sticker, but this is the indie exclusive yellow vinyl. I finally got enough Slipknots to fill a pre-order. And luckily, we had 11 pre-orders. Let me get my math right here. I ordered 15. They shipped 13, and we had 12 pre-orders. I ordered 15. They only sent me 13, and we had 12 pre-orders. So I've got 1 extra. That's on the yellow vinyl, Slipknot, The End So Far. I've only got 1, and the rest of them are back-ordered. That's Slipknot. Okay. Let's go back up to the top here. Sorry, a lot of comments, and I'm also showing a lot. But yes, Dirt, I'm expecting a huge order from one of my main distributors, like 15 boxes of stuff coming tomorrow. Randy Travis, the Movies Things Collected, all that really big pre-order stuff that's due out this week. Wham 55, Wham 60. Bill Fratsky says, I'm out. So Carlene, you've got Wham at 60, going once, going twice. Wayne Carr is in on Kiss at 91. Pete W. is back in at 95. And Brent Rabley said, I will take 1 Slipknot. He wanted 2. Go ahead and create a waiting. If you're okay with that, Brent, I'm going to create a waiting list because they may send me more this week. They try to send everybody plenty, but you never know. George Buchanan, he was the other bidder on Wham. He's back in at 61. Queensryche, I had a waiting list for this. Here's what happened on this one. I had 3 people on a waiting list: Scott Smith, Tommy Green, and Vernon Lehman. Scott Smith, Tommy Green, and Vernon Lehman. That was for Queensryche the Empire on green vinyl. There was 3 left in stock, and I got them. They still have red in stock, so this is red vinyl. Friday Music, $59.99. Queensryche Empire, 2 LP red vinyl. That's $59.99. That's the only one I can get right now. That's on red vinyl. Anybody that had green vinyl with us, I've got your order filled. And Brent, I'm glad you're watching because this was a request. John Hyatt, and this is the only thing that I could get. The Eclipse Sessions on indie exclusive colored vinyl, $29.99. Now, I don't know if you'll want it or if anybody else wants one. I've got 2 of them, but most of his stuff is back ordered, not in stock, not in print. This is the only thing I can get. John Hyatt, the Eclipse Sessions, $29.99. Pete was at 95 on Kiss. Wayne says he's out, so Pete now has Destroyer going twice, going 3 times for 95. George bid 61 on Wham, and Carlene says she's out right now. So George Buchanan says 61 on Wham. That's going once, going twice. And Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love, limited edition red vinyl. That is $39.99. Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love, $39.99. I've got 2 copies of that. That is an unofficial live show. Die, Die, My Darling, Blitzkrieg, Small Hours, The Prince. Wow, is this like some kind of covers? Am I Evil? Bread and Overkill, Killing Time. I'm not familiar with a lot of those. I think those may be like a covers type deal. $39.99, Metallica. And The Legend of Bob Marley, 30th Anniversary Edition on, I'm going to call that like reggae colored vinyl. That's the green, the yellow, the red. $34.99, 75th Anniversary of Bob Marley. This is like his greatest hits. Very nice pressing, gatefold, $34.99 on that. All right, let's end these 2 auctions. We have Pete W. got Kiss for $95. And we have Wham for $61 to George Buchanan. $61 on that. All right. Cameron Nance wants Bob Marley. I'm going to order more of these because this is always in the top list of new vinyl bestsellers. It's always up there. This has been one of the best-selling new vinyl titles since they've started repressing stuff for the vinyl boom. And that one sold to Cameron Nance. If anybody else wants one of those, I'm going to order probably 4 or 5 the next time they keep here in the store. Let me grab our next 2 auctions. How about Jackson Browne and Paul McCartney? That sounds good. Jackson Browne, Running on Empty, Japanese pressing with the book. The Obi does have a tear. Where's it at? Right up here, I guess. I don't see it. We put Obi tear, but it must be on the back side. $35 start, near mint vinyl. Very nice. And Band on the Run, Paul McCartney and Wings, near mint vinyl. We have the original inner sleeve, which has the lyrics. We've got the poster. And we have another insert that came with it, which is pretty cool. It's got a fold out. It's also got more lyrics. That's 2 or 3 pages there. Paul McCartney, Band on the Run, with Obi, is a $55 start. The Obi has a little bit of fading right here. Very nice cover. That's a $55 start. $35 on Jackson Browne, $55 on Paul McCartney. Randy Davis wants a Metallica, and Brian Hummel wants a Bob Marley. Bob Marley for Brian, we will put you on a waiting list. Let's do a recap of that crate right quick. There's not much left, and I think I have read out all the pre-orders. Aerosmith, Queensryche, Cranberries, Tyler Childers, Jeff Beck, George Michael, and Slipknot. That's all the stuff that came in. Some of it I've shown, some of it we already sold out of. Pink Floyd, Metal, $33.99, remastered, 2 of those left. I have a Chris Cornell here, $49.99. That one don't have a hop sticker on it, at least not on the front. I kind of like it like that. You can see the artwork a little bit better. Cranberries, $39.99, 2 of those. Another Chris Cornell. Queensryche on red vinyl, Empire. I don't think the original, that's too easy to get. John Hyatt, I didn't pull one of those for Brent. He said he wanted one. John Hyatt for Brent Rabley. I have 1 left. And Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love, red vinyl. That's a live show, $39.99. Let me do a little condensing here. And plus, for those just hopping on, I'm going to put some stuff in this crate, and I can do a quick recap. I've got The Manson Family sings the songs of Charles Manson, $31.99. Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp, new album, gold vinyl, $39.99. By the way, Brent Rabley's at $35 on Jackson Browne, and George Buchanan's now at $38. Chad, you have the Kendrick Lamar new album, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. I do not have that. I will see if it's in stock, but I'm pretty sure, I know I didn't order it. Fresh Cream was $36.99. Motorhead Hammered, $39.99. A lot of these I just have 1 left, like Aerosmith Pump. That is $36.99. Halloween, self-titled. That's on blue and white marbled vinyl, $34.99. Pat Metheny, Carmine Apiece, $28.99. We have Afro Man, Crazy Rap, $29.99, green vinyl. Holiday Rules, Craft Records, 2LP red vinyl, $33.99. Another Halloween, The Dark Ride, $34.99. And the new Tyler Childers album, Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven, 3LP box, $64.99. $35.38. Jody Ruffner wants a Queensryche Empire. Sell that to Jody Ruffner. I have not sold the Japanese Maiden yet. And we have Brent Rabley at $40 on Jackson Browne. So we're looking for a $55 start on the Band on the Run. What a fantastic album. Of course, I'm biased. And we have Jackson Browne at $40 to Brent Rabley. Going once, going twice. I'm going to set this crate off. That's most of the new vinyl from tonight. We may go back through some stuff in just a second. Yeah, so let's go through. Is this the duplicates? Which one has the duplicate? Yeah, let's do this one first. So all year we buy collections. We buy collections and a lot of them. And we stockpile Christmas records. So we end up, and we see some of the same ones over and over. We end up with some of the same ones over and over. And we pretty much just stockpile them until about this time of year, we start bringing them out little by little. I bet we have 4,000 or 5,000 Christmas albums in the back. It's a lot. I mean, we have crates and crates and just stacks and stacks of them. It's unbelievable. So these are things we've got duplicates. So here in a minute, I may show a record and we may have multiple copies. They're all vintage OGs. This isn't new stuff, but it's just where we get the same records over and over. For example, the Ventures Christmas album, $9.99. I have 2 of those, the Ventures Christmas album on the Dalton record label. And John's made sure the condition is all very nice and, you know, clean. And that's why if we have duplicates, they're all going to be pretty much identical. That's $9.99. Okay, Jackson Browne, we have Michael Manning at $45. New bidder, Brent Rabley was at $40. And did I miss anything else? Band on the Run. I'm going to go ahead and set it to the side. If anybody wants it, you can buy it now for $54.99. Brent Rabley wants the Ventures Christmas album. I have 1 copy of that left. How about the Carpenters Christmas Portrait? Wow. I know that one's always in demand. That one's in shrink wrap there, $14.99. That one's in shrink wrap too. Look, it even has a Christmas present to, from, and the Carpenters. That's very cool. $14.99 on that. Walt Cruz wants the Ventures. Tracy Miller wants one of the Carpenters Christmas albums. And we have 1 more of those left. Sell that one to Casey Campbell. Those went fast. This is going to be a very active bin. I can promise you that. Let me go back to the top and remind everybody about the Jackson Browne before we get too deep into this crate. Michael Manning is at $45 on Jackson Browne. Brent Rabley got a Ventures. New customer, is this working? Thanks, Fred. Fred, you are watching. If you want to make a purchase, just comment right now. I'll tell you, you have to be quick. But if you end up winning something, I'll give you instructions. Brent Rabley's out on Jackson Browne. So Michael Manning has that for $45. That's going once, going twice to him. Walt Cruz was second on the Ventures, and then the 2 Carpenters albums went to Tracy Miller and Casey Campbell. Michael Massey, Pete W., Mike Cochran, Steve Zyman, and Tommy Flowers was next on that one. Christmas with Chet Atkins, $9.99. Christmas with Chet Atkins. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 of those. Christmas with Chet Atkins, $9. I play this a lot here in the store. I have a way we can plug our turntable up to the store speaker system. And I think last Christmas or around December, I actually had to work here during the day, if you can believe that. And I had this record like on repeat. This is one you can play over and over and it don't like get old. It's very nice. So, and some of these are going to be different labels, but you know, we just promised they're all going to be very clean. Like that one's a yellow label. And I think this one's an older pressing, RCA Living Stereo. Yeah, or that's actually, you know, some of these they've pressed for 30 years. You know, they may have come out in the 50s and they pressed them all the way up through the 80s. So we're going to give a chat for Brent Rabley, Robert Johnson, and Cameron Nance. Brent Rabley, Robert Johnson, and Cameron Nance. Those are all 3 sold. That's all I got. Let's go ahead and sell Jackson Browne to Michael Manning. Thank you, Michael. That's $45 to him. Let me go ahead and put up 2 new Japanese auctions. Let's do Rick Springfield and let's do Stevie Wonder. Here's what I'll do on these. I'm going to start these so low, you're going to have to bid on them. Rick Springfield, Living in Oz, pristine Japanese pressing. $10 start. Rick Springfield, Living in Oz. That's complete, near mint with Obi and insert. And Stevie Wonder, characters. Near mint, complete with Obi. $10 start. We're going to have a lot of activity in the comments. So Chet Atkins went to Brent, Robert, and Cameron. Alex, you were fourth, and I only have one. Next is Willie Nelson, Pretty Paper. That's Willie Nelson's Christmas album. Both of them are in shrink wrap, and those are $14.99. Willie Nelson, Pretty Paper, $14.99. They're both in shrink wrap. Very nice. Willie Nelson, $14.99. Cameron's at 10 on Stevie. I have not put up Iron Maiden yet. I will put those up per request after these two. So Rick Springfield, $10 start, and Stevie Wonder, $10 start. We have 10 on Stevie, David Cox on Willie Nelson, and who was Vamp? That's a very... Chuck Wilson? Yeah, okay. That's the two people who got Willie Nelson. David Cox and Chuck Wilson. Let's make sure on that. Yeah, David Cox got Willie Nelson, and... we got a $15 bid on Rick Springfield and a Vamp on YouTube, which is Chuck Wilson. Also wanted Willie Nelson. Sherry Darnell, you were next. You were next. Maiden versus Kiss. Y'all want me to put those up at the same time? Thank you, Chuck. I got your name now. Okay, next. Let me do a peek here. Can I block the camera? Let me see how many I got. This is going to be a big one. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Bing Crosby, $14.99. I think we got, let me show you kind of the difference of these pressings. So there's an MCA pressing. That's pristine. And I think here's an older Decca pressing. Yeah, that's more like the OG. And we have another nice MCA pressing. These are all like near mint. Oh my gosh. I wish I had a whole crate full of these. I've only got 3, and we need one for Joseph Snow. Hold on a second. Joseph Snow, Ron Phillips, and Cameron Nance. Joseph Snow, Ron Phillips, and Cameron Nance. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shuffle these. Let's just shuffle them, and somebody's going to end up with the Decca pressing. Who's going to end? I'm trying not to look, because that one's a little bit more desirable. Whoever was on, however Tanner tags them, because the Decca pressing's probably a little bit more desirable there. So, yeah, Tanner's going to mix up the tagging. So if we have multiple labels, we really can't be picking and choosing. But okay, so Joseph Snow, Ron Phillips, Cameron Nance, Brent, Robert, Debbie, Casey, George, and Steve was all next on that one. Let's update our auctions back here. If you're wanting to bid on the auctions, just comment in the comments where you want to be. Thomas O'Hara is at $12 on Stevie Wonder. So Thomas has Stevie Wonder for $12. That's going once, going twice. And Rick Springfield, Living in Oz, Jerry Charbuski's at $12 on that. Wasn't there somebody at $15 before? Yeah, George Buchanan's already at $15 on this. George Buchanan's already at $15 on that. So $15 with George Buchanan, going once, going twice. And our new buyer, Thomas, he's at $12 on Stevie Wonder. Bid in the comments. Tanner, that last one, by the way, was $14.99. Uh-oh. Oh, my gosh. $14.99. Frank Sinatra, The Midnight Strings. Merry Christmas to You. Frank Sinatra Christmas album. I don't know if I've actually seen this one before. It's some kind of off label, but that is Sinatra. And those are sold to Brent Rabley and Mike Massey. That was fast. Brent Rabley and Mike Massey on those. Going twice, going 3 times on these auctions back here. Thomas O'Hara, $12 on Stevie Wonder. And Rick Springfield, Regina Tabor's at $16 now. So George, Regina's in on Springfield at $16. All right, and then Frank Sinatra went to, just to confirm those, Brent Rabley and Mike Massey. Joseph Snow was next, then George Buchanan, Tracy Miller, Trey Mendenhall, and Joe Level. This next one looks very familiar by the top of it. Who is it? Ah, the Partridge Family. $14.99. The Partridge Family Christmas card. Bell Records, very nice. I've got 2 copies of them. Jingle Bells, White Christmas, Winter Wonderland. That is the Partridge Family. $14.99. Do I have 2 of those? Yeah, I just got 2 of those. Partridge Family. Let's see if it's as popular as Bing Crosby, or we're going to have a competition on who has the... Right now, the Bing Crosby was the blowout. Like I said, I wish I had over the course of my life, I've bought and sold hundreds of those. It's always a top seller. So, okay, Rick Springfield is at $18. Let's go ahead and sell Stevie for $12. Thomas O'Hara gets the Stevie Wonder characters. That was a steal. And, man, I hate to be putting these up in the middle of our heated. I can't do Iron Maiden and Kiss at the same time. That would blow up the feed. So let me do Clapton and Kiss. Okay, let me do Clapton and Kiss. Carlene Rollins wants a Partridge Family. Is this going to be the only one not sell out so far? We have one Partridge Family left. Regina's at 19 on Rick Springfield. Let's go ahead and sell Clapton. And when Rick Springfield's done, we'll put up Kiss. First, we got Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. This is a pristine Japanese pressing with no obi. This has my favorite Clapton song of all time. Can y'all guess what it is? I'll go ahead and tell you. Hello, Old Friend, first track on side B. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Clapton song. Hello, Old Friend. This is a Japanese pressing, no obi. $25 start on this. If your feed happens to freeze, which could happen right now, just refresh, close out the Facebook app, and come back and see us as fast as possible. George Buchanan's at 22 on Rick Springfield. Yeah, the Bing Crosby's used to, they were dollar records. Not anymore. Well, we sold those for 15. I guarantee we could have sold them for 20, possibly 25. I got two records left I got two available of The Little Drummer Boy. The Little Drummer Boy original version, A Christmas Festival, the Harry Simone Coracle. $9.99. $9.99 on The Little Drummer Boy. OG as you can get. Brent Rabley takes the last Partridge Family. Brent Rabley also wants a Drummer Boy. And we're looking for Drummer Boy Debbie Blair. Drummer Boy Debbie Blair. Okay, Eric Clapton. No Reason to Cry, looking for a $25 start. Final call on Rick Springfield over here. Regina, let me know if you're in or out. George Buchanan has that for $22. $22, that's going once, actually going twice, going three times to him now. Drummer Boy went to Brent Rabley and Debbie Blair, Joseph Snow, and Robert Johnson. Y'all were next. This next one, it looks like we got a bunch of them. Oh, wow. Wow, this one's nice. Yeah, for what we... no, it was $9.99 as well. Okay, should I say it? Can y'all already see it? It's the Beach Boys. This is the most expensive one in the crate so far. $19.99. But wow, I mean, this is on new vinyl for like $36.99, I think. The Beach Boys Christmas album. $19.99. I think some of y'all already caught a peek of it. $19.99 on the Beach Boys Christmas album. Those are all beautiful copies. That has one of my favorite Christmas songs on it, Little Saint Nick. Little Saint Nick on that. Okay, Regina's out on Rick Springfield. Let's go ahead and sell that to Rick Springfield to George Buchanan for $22. He gets Rick Springfield for $22. And if anybody wants to buy Eric Clapton, I recommend you commenting Eric Clapton right now. I'm going to sell you this pristine Japanese pressing of No Reason to Cry for $24.99. First person to claim it. Just $24.99. We usually sell and auction off U.S. copies for $30 to $40. Beach Boys is sold out. We've got Mike Massey, Brent Rabley, Robert Johnson, Joseph Snow, and Sherry Darnell. Those are all gone. $19.99 on the Beach Boys Christmas album. That is Mike Massey. Let me count them off again. That was Mike Massey, Brent Rabley, Robert Johnson, Joseph Snow, and Sherry Darnell. Those are $19.99. They're all gone. Next was Marco, then Jonathan Bodine, and Brent Rabley said he will also take the Clapton for $24.99. Sell him the Clapton. All right, what's next? We're on pace to sell out of this crate, which is fantastic. We might have to bring it. Okay, now it gets a little complicated, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me tell you why this is going to get complicated. The next artist, we've got about 5 different versions. With that clue, you probably know who it is. So I'm going to show one, then we're going to change crates, and then I'm going to show the others one at a time. That's Elvis Presley. The first one here, I've got 3 copies of. He has about 5 or 6 different Christmas albums. This is Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. So these I'm just going to sell these, and then I'm going to jump to something else, and then I'm going to show the rest of the Elvis records throughout the night because it's going to get complicated. This one is a very popular one. I mean, I see this one probably more than any of them. $9.99. $9.99. Brent is first, then Robert Johnson, and then Debbie Blair. That's the first Elvis album. One of them's in shrink wrap. So that was Brent Rabley, Robert Johnson, and Debbie Blair. Now there's one other artist in here. The other Elvis I'll show in a second. I'll go ahead and show you what they look like. There's that one. And a couple of these are a little bit more because they're older. Like that one. That's an older one there. It's in shrink wrap. And this one, I'll do that one later. And that one. There's another copy of that one. And another copy of that one. So I'll do all those. I'm going to lay them over here to the side and just put them up kind of one at a time. And are these opened or sealed? Okay. Okay, these are, okay, if it's sealed, they're $49.99. If they're opened, okay, you'll have to let me know. I've got 3 George Strait OG. Sealed are $49.99. The opened one is $34.99. George Strait demands the most money here, as always. $49.99 for the sealed copies. $34.99 for a near mint open one. Your pick. That's the last one in this crate. George Strait. Sealed or opened. $49.99. You can open it up and have a brand new one. Or you can have already an open one for $34.99. Brent's first. He wants George Strait. So if anybody else wants one, you'll have to take a sealed one. They're $49.99. George Strait Christmas album. So, and I will make sure anybody who comments next actually wants a sealed one. Next, Japanese auctions. This is a big one. Is this the one? Oh, yeah. This thing is complete. I'm going to show it to you. $85 start. Let's go ahead and start taking it apart. Kiss Love Gun. $85 start. Let's take a look at it. There's the cover. Wow. That's the only word I can think of right now. It's pristine. There's the cover. We have some kind of insert here. Has nothing to do with Kiss. That looks more like a Casablanca insert. Yeah, that's like a Casablanca label insert. There's the actual Kiss Love Gun insert. Now here is what everybody wants to see. The Love Gun with the bang, unpunched, perfect. And then the vinyl, I can show it to you. I don't know if you can see a lot through the screen. The vinyl is near mint. It's perfect. That's Kiss Love Gun, Japanese pressing, complete. Catalog number is VIP 6435. That's gem quality. That's up for auction back here in the back. That is nice. That's up for bid in the back, along with a copy of Bob Seger, 9 Tonight. 9 Tonight is another one I'm going to start for $25. It's a Bob Seger live show. It's phenomenal. That's a $25 start. 2 LP, Japanese quality, nice quiet vinyl, Bob Seger, $25 start on that. Okay, let's see here. Trey Mendenhall, do you want to seal George Strait? Do you want to seal George Strait? You commented George Strait. I never did see you say if you wanted a sealed one. I do not have any OG Charlie Brown. I wish, Jonathan. Those are very... OG Charlie Brown is very tough to find. We've got 85 on Kiss, 100, 90, 120, 105, and Stephen Botsford is at 25 on Bob Seger. All right, now let's do another Elvis record. Let's do this one here that we got about 5, 6 copies of. The Elvis Christmas album. This is on Pickwick. We've got several copies of it. Elvis Christmas album, $9.99. Blue Christmas, Silent Night, White Christmas, Santa Claus is back in town. I'll be home for Christmas. Every day was like Christmas. Here comes Santa Claus. Oh, little town of Bethlehem. Santa bring me my baby back, and Mama liked the roses. That's our next Elvis Christmas record. Brent Rabley's first. Roy Edmonds was second. Tracy Miller was third. Joseph Snow was fourth. And I have one copy left of this Elvis Christmas album right here. One copy left. Joseph Snow was the last one on my feed. Anybody else? I got one of those left. Steve Botsford. Steve Botsford. All right. Kiss is at $125 with GT Bass. And we do have a bid on Bob Seger. That was with Steve Botsford as well. He's at 25 on the Bob Seger Japanese pressing of that. Okay, I'll show those others in just a second. That's what I mean by I'll show them randomly. I've got about 5 others in there, and they're all pretty much different. I have a crate. Now, the other crate of Christmas albums I have are all different. Like, you know, Stevie Wonder, the Motown stuff, kind of stuff we only have one copy of that's a little bit harder to get. Those is the other crate. I'm not going to show those now because I have a whole crate of new arrivals to show, which there's some fantastic stuff in here. If I can sit it down. Almost cut my fingers off. Okay, so GT Bass is at 125 on the complete. Near Mint, Kiss Love Gun, and that's going once, going twice. And Steve Botsford has Bob Seger for 25. That's going twice, going 3 times. Let's go through this crate. I don't know what's in it, but we're about to find out. I have no idea. This was some stuff John got ready yesterday, I think. Tim Harden, number 1. That is a VG Plus $34.99. VG Plus $34.99. Tim Harden, number 1. Verve Folkways label, VG Plus $34.99. Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Babies, VG Plus $39.99. Does it have the poster with it? It doesn't have the poster with it. We auctioned off the poster, what, 3 weeks ago for like $65. VG Plus on the vinyl. I think that's a green Warner Brothers label, if that's the same one I was looking at last night. $39.99 on that. If you got the poster, you're in luck. Fred Wink is at 130 on the Kiss record. GT, you're out. We're going to go ahead and sell Steve Botsford, the Bob Seger, for $25. Sell that to Steve. And let me grab another Japanese pressing. We have Duke Ellington. Standard Ellington. Standard Ellington. This is another no Obi near mint record from Japan. Songs originally presented to Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra. Duke Ellington. $25 start on that one. Japanese pressing. GT is in on back in on Kiss at 135. QB and the Blizzards, King of the World. QB and the Blizzards, King of the World. VG Plus $29.99. Iron Butterfly, Metamorphosis. EX on the vinyl. So this is a check condition bin it's looking like. So if I'm saying EX or VG Plus, that is the condition of the vinyl. That is $17.99. Didn't see his bid. That's because he's on YouTube, and the only way you can see it is on the feed that's on the screen, which is, if you're not watching full screen, it's probably really small. If you're looking for bids, he can't see your bid either if he's looking at the chat. You got to look at on screen. You got to look at on screen bids. They said it couldn't be done, but we did it. The Dales. The Dales. VG Plus $14.99. The Hollies Greatest Hits, very nice. That's one of those records like Elton John I've listened to. It's not my top 10 most listened to, but it's up there. Probably definitely top 50. VG Plus $14.99. Steppenwolf. That looks like it's OG. Foil cover. VG on the vinyl. VG on the vinyl. And yeah, that's ABC Paramount. Original full cover. Stereo pressing. VG $19.99. Billy Squier, Signs of Life in shrink wrap with hype sticker. EX $19.99. Billy Squier. Willie Nelson, Always on My Mind. Willie Nelson is EX $12.99. Willie Nelson and Roger Miller, Old Friends. That's EX $12.99. Willie Nelson, Before His Time, is EX. I think that's supposed to be $12.99. It says $2.99, but I think he left the one off there. $12.99 for Willie Nelson. Yeah, EX, Before His Time. $12.99, Willie Nelson. Bruce Springsteen, The River, is a VG Plus $24.99. Fred, if you're still bidding, please let me know in the comments because GT has that at $135, and at this point it's pretty much between you and him. So if you want to bid, please do that in the next 30 seconds or 60 seconds. GT has it for $135. If anybody else wants to bid, I recommend doing it right now because as soon as Fred says in or out or GT says in or out, we're going to sell that pretty quick. Fred's back in at $140. Walt Cruz wants the Billy Squier. Walt Cruz wants the Billy Squier. I'm going to go ahead and pull Duke Ellington. That's now a buy it now. Just $24.99. Capital label, Japanese quality, pristine Duke Ellington. That is $24.99. Just no Obi on it. GT's back in at $150 on the Kiss. All right, let's pull 2 new auctions. Actually, we already got one up, so let's do the Michael Schenker group. Michael Schenker Group, Assault Attack. Near mint, no condition notes on the vinyl. Pristine copy with Japanese insert. Near mint vinyl. I'll put that up for a $35 start. $35 start. Michael Schenker Group, Assault Attack. $35 start on that. Pristine copy. Near mint with Obi. Fred says he's done. Thank you for letting me know. GT, you've got that for $150. That's going twice, going 3 times. I'm about to sell it to you. ZZ Top, Fandango. VG Plus $24.99 on ZZ Top Fandango. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, which is their greatest hits. VG Plus $14.99. Warren Zevon, Excitable Boy. A VG copy for $14.99. And Jefferson Starship, Blows Against the Empire. VG Plus $14.99. Jefferson Starship Spitfire is a VG Plus $14.99. And Uriah Heep, Firefly. Uriah Heep, EX $17.99. All right, GT Bass gets the Kiss for $150. Sell that to GT. Love Guns going to a new home. And we're looking for a $35 start on Michael Schenker Group Assault Attack. $35 start on that. And right behind it is Styx Paradise Theater. Another $35 start. Styx Paradise Theater. $35 start on that. Opening bid. What else do we got here? Greg Rogers wants Jefferson Starship Spitfire. Sell that to Greg Rogers. Next is, I keep losing my spot. We got a bundle of George Thorogoods. We have George Thorogood and Destroyers. Move it on over. VG Plus $14.99. George Thorogood and Destroyers, Better Than the Rest, is EX $17.99. And Jay Giles Band, Freeze Frame. That is a VG copy for $9.99. Randy Scarborough's In on the Sticks at $35. Richie Haven Stonehenge is a VG Plus $14.99. And Gentle Giant Freehand. Gentle Giant Freehand, VG Plus $19.99. Some good check condition records in there. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me do this one next. They're all the same price. $9.99. The Elvis Christmas album. The Elvis Christmas album. Blue Christmas, I'll Be Home for Christmas, Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, Santa Claus Back in Town, Silent Night. We got 3 copies. The Elvis Christmas album. 3 copies. $9.99 each. $9.99 each. Randy Scarborough's in at $35 on Sticks. Debbie Blair, Robert Johnson, and Brent Rabley gets the Elvis albums. Those are all sold. Debbie Blair, Robert Johnson, and Brent Rabley. Elvis has almost left the building. Jay Giles Freeze Frame, a VG copy for $9.99. Richie Haven Stonehenge. That is a VG Plus $14.99. I've already showed Gentle Giant. The Gentrys. VG Plus $12.99. Jody Ruffner wants Freeze Frame. Sell that to Jody Ruffner. And New Riders of the Purple Sage. VG Plus $14.99. Randy Newman. Good Old Boys. Randy Newman. VG Plus $24.99. Ian Lloyd and Stories. Traveling Underground. EX $17.99. And Adventures in Utopia. Adventures in Utopia, EX $12.99. Is Blue Christmas on that, Elvis? Yeah, that's the first track on that one, Luke. I've already sold it, but yeah, that was the first track. Greg Rogers wants GT. Greg Rogers on GT. That was maybe George Thorogood, Greg. I have Better Than the Rest and Move It On Over. Let me know if that's right. Stephen Roberts is at 38 on the Sticks. I was about to do a final call on that, so Randy, you're out. Stephen's out in at 38. If anybody wants to buy Michael Schenker Group, $34.99. You can buy it now, first come, first serve. That's a deal. I was going to sticker that one for more, but the market audience said otherwise. How about another Seeger? This time with the Obi. It's one I've never had before. Stranger in Town. Very nice. The cover has a little bit of edge wear up here. We're going to call it VG Plus. The vinyl is near mint, and it has the Japanese insert. Seeger, Japanese pressing, Stranger in Town, $45 start. Bob Seeger's a $45 start. Randy's at $40 on the Sticks, and Greg, just let me know what's George Thorogood or what GT you wanted. Isaac Hayes, to be continued, EX $17.99, and Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred. In shrink wrap with hype sticker. That's a VG Plus $14.99. Men at Work, Business as Usual, in shrink wrap and hype sticker. A VG copy for $12.99. Who can it be now down under? This is a big seller. Incense and Peppermints, the strawberry alarm clock. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. VG Plus, $39.99. Incense and Peppermint strawberry alarm clock. VG Plus. Mike Cochran wants the New Riders. That is right here. Sell that to Mike Cochran, New Riders. Greg Rogers wants the George Thorogood Move It On Over. Right here. Sell that to Greg Rogers. R.M. Lazelle wants the Robert Plant, which is Shaken and Stirred. And there was a couple other good records right there after that. Let's go ahead and show The Police, Ghost in the Machine. Some big hits on this one. Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, Invisible Sun. Wow, that's a VG Plus $16.99. And Till Tuesday, Welcome Home. Till Tuesday, Welcome Home, EX $17.99. Okay, so Greg, I've already sold Robert Plant. Mike Cochran actually needs to pass on the New Riders. We can pull that one back. Sticks is at $40 with Randy Scarborough. Stephen Roberts says he's out. So that's going twice, going 3 times to Randy Scarborough. The Bob Seger is a VG Plus or better cover. It's pretty nice. The vinyl is near mint. It's a, top copy, Japanese quality. $45 start on that. Jamie Butler. So New Riders is going back in the bin if anybody wants it. VG Plus $14.99. And Tom Steyer wants The Police. Tom Steyer gets The Police. Till Tuesday, George Harrison, Living in the Material World. VG Plus $19.99. The Hollies, that's actually, I think, just self-titled Hollies. VG Plus $14.99. That's in shrink wrap. Easy Rider soundtrack is a VG copy for $14.99. And the Beach Boys Concert, VG Plus $12.99. Let's go ahead and sell sticks to Randy Scarborough for $40. Randy, you get sticks for $40. Final call on Bob Seger before I make it a buy it now. If you know for sure you want to bid on it, I would recommend bidding right now because I'm about to make it a buy it now. And then if you're waiting for that, you may or may not get it. It's kind of the risk of the buy it now. Let's see. We're just going through this Japanese crate. We're only about halfway through it. I'm trying to knock them out 2 at a time. There's a lot over here, though. Robert Johnson wants ER. That's the Easy Rider soundtrack. I've got another copy of Ringo Starr, Ringo. This one has, it's got a lot with it, actually. This one's a $35 start. Near mint vinyl. What else is in here? Near mint vinyl. We've got a book that came with all of them, the Japanese pressings and the U.S. pressings, a lyric book. There's the black inner sleeve that came with most Apple pressings, especially Japanese ones. And then there is the actual Japanese book insert. That's a $35 start. Ringo is complete, near mint with Obi. Ringo Starr, $35 start. Ringo is the name of the album. That's a different Obi and a different version from the one earlier. $35 start on that one. I'm going to go ahead and sell Bob Seger. If anybody wants it, $44.99. $44.99. I want that Ringo. Okay, Brent bought a VG Plus earlier, so he may want to swap out if he ends up winning this one. Brent's in on Ringo at $35. And our next record is one of the best-selling albums of all time. You may have heard of it. It's the Eagles, Hotel California. Nice copy, $55 start. Near mint vinyl. Poster. And original Japanese insert. So insert, poster, near mint vinyl. Very nice cover. $55 start. Hotel California, the Eagles. Anthology of Harry Chapin, which is like a greatest hits. EX $12.99. Yes, Fragile. VG Plus $14.99 with the booklet that came with this one, which is in about 1 in every 10. That is a VG Plus $14.99. Jared McLaughlin is at 36 on Ringo. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, that's a VG Plus on the vinyl. OG US Press with lyric insert and original inner sleeve. VG Plus $24.99 on Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Stevie Nicks, Belladonna, EX $17.99. She's coming to Nashville, I think, next month. Check the ticket prices. If you want to sit in a seat and not on the lawn, I think they start at $500. Stevie Nicks, EX $17.99. Santana Abraxas is EX $19.99. And Elton John, Rock of the Westies, VG Plus, $14.99. Excuse me. Jared McLaughlin is at 36 on Ringo Starr. Arlo Guthrie's Hobo Lullaby, EX $17.99. And Walt Disney's Cinderella Magic Mirror series from Disney, VG Plus on the vinyl, $19.99. Debbie Blair wants the Stevie Nicks. So did Debbie. And let's go ahead and do, I've only got one of these, this Elvis Christmas here. Elvis Christmas Memories. I only have one. $9.99. Oh, come all ye faithful, silver bells, I'll be home on Christmas Day. Blue Christmas, Santa Claus is back in town. Merry Christmas, baby, if every day was like Christmas. And Christmas Message from Elvis and him singing Silent Night. That one's $9.99. Brent Rabley was first. Debbie Blair got Stevie Nicks. Jared McLaughlin is at 36 on Ringo. That's going once, going twice. Brent, just so you know, you're out on that one. And I'm looking for a $55 start on the Eagles Hotel California. The Eagles Hotel California. Would you pay $500? Not just for Stevie Nicks, no. I seen the original Fleetwood Mac lineup back in 2014. Mick Fleetwood was there, Lindsey Buckingham, even Christine McVie. It was awesome. But no, just for her, if the rest of the band was with them, especially Lindsey Buckingham, yeah, for like a front, not a front row, but for on the floor, I'd say seeing in 2022, seeing Fleetwood Mac on the floor or a really good seat, don't have to be on the floor, just somewhere really close. Yeah, that's easily worth $500. Especially if you're my age, because people may have seen them back in 1977 when it was $8, but for somebody my age that didn't grow up with it, yeah, for sure. Ringo's at 38, 55 on the Eagles, and Ringo's now at 40. We've already showed Santana, Cinderella. Merle Haggard, Okie from Muskogee, a VG copy of $9.99. Yeah, that'd be awesome if the OG Fleetwood Mac did a tour. That would be, it wouldn't demand as much money, but it would still be very cool. The Beatles' second album. This is a mono pressing. The bottom seam is split. That's a VG copy for $19.99. A VG copy for $19.99. That's an OG mono. The Beatles' second album, US. A VG minus cover too. Sound of Music is EX $17.99. It includes the insert and Jefferson Starship Red Octopus, VG plus $14.99. And Buffalo Springfield Last Time Around, a VG copy, $14.99. We got 45 on Ringo, 46 on Ringo, 50 on Ringo. Robert Johnson wants the Beatles. And we do have a bid on the Eagles over here. Greg Rogers is at 55 on Eagles. That's going twice, going 3 times. I could probably go ahead and sell that, but just so everybody knows. And Spirit. I don't know if I've ever seen this one. VG Plus $19.99. Spirit is a VG Plus $19.99. Spirit, VG Plus $19.99. Let's see here. I've got 2 of these. Let's see. First person will get picked. You may want both of them. Elvis, $19.99 and 9. The $19.99 is a mid-60s black RCA label, which would be the OG label. The OG label for this one right here. And that is Elvis Christmas Album. That is a mid-60s black label, $19.99. That one's in shrink wrap. And this one is just a regular, it's the same label, but it was a VG, yes. VG Plus, yeah, VG Plus on this one. VG Plus on this one. So, that's your pick. Basically, same label, but it's pretty much condition. $19.99 or 9. $19.99 or, yeah, your pick on price there. Let's see here. I think I got the Beatles pulled for, let's see here. Yeah, pulled the Beatles, a sealed copy of Rumors. Wow. Do you want to sell it? And Brent Rabley wants the OG Elvis that was right here. Or, yeah, they're both OG. They're both that same label, but I guess it's a matter of condition. This one is in shrink wrap. Very nice. That one's about a VG Plus. And Robert, if he takes that other one, which I think he's going to, yeah, that one's up to you. Okay. I can go ahead and sell the Eagles to Greg Rogers. I think that's who that was. Let's see here. Greg Rogers. Yes, Greg Rogers on the Eagles for $55. And we have the last bid on Ringo was $50 with Brent Rabley. Jared says he's out. And that's a $50 bid. That's going once, going twice to Brent Rabley. Robert Johnson, let me know if you want that other Elvis that's $9.99. Your pick on that. Your pick on that. Michael Schenker Group. I've got another one. Let's see if anybody wants this one. The other one didn't get a bid. This one's self-titled. Once again, near mint with Obi. $35 start. Michael Schenker Group. And the best of the Doobie Brothers. Best of the Doobie Brothers. This is the one that I give high praise to. However, it doesn't have the Obi. Let's see. Wait a second. I may have... Okay, I'll see what we've done here. Seth said we bought... Let me see if that's right. Okay. Wow, let's just do that then. I think... Yeah. All right, let's do that. We've made a note just to go ahead and sell all these together. Yeah. We've made a note to go ahead and sell all these together. Let's see. I'll message a page. Sealed Records, Hard Rock Metal. Yeah, let me know. I'll buy them from you. So, I hope I'm impressed. You will be on that one. Hotel California on that's really good. I've listened to that exact pressing before. Actually, multiple times. Okay, Ringo Starr sold to Brent Rabley for $50. Robert Johnson said he would take this other $9.99 version. So here's what we're going to do here. I've got 4 Japanese Doobie Brothers records. They're all near mint on the vinyl. VG++ or better covers. We're going to sell all 4 of them for just a $50 start. Now this record here, the best of, this one, we've sold that before. You know, I give this one high praise for excellent sound sonics. And it's same thing, just no Obi. So all 4 of these, you get best of the Doobies, what were once Vices, Minute by Minute, and One Step Closer. You're buying all 4 of those together, $50 start. $50 start on that. $50 start for all 4 of those, and then we're looking for a $35 start on Michael Schenker Group. I haven't finished this crate yet. US Apple Core. What is this? VG Plus 1999. That's the name of the artist. US Apple Core. It's a VG Plus. It's on blue vinyl. It's on blue vinyl. SSS International white label promo copy. VG Plus $29.99. Benjamin Orr, The Lace, is EX $14.99. And another copy of Night Ranger. This one is a little bit cheaper. This one's only $9.99 because the vinyl is VG Plus. $9.99 on that. Jeff McIntosh was first to Benjamin Orr. We've got James Taylor, JT, EX on that, $12.99. And the Birds, Younger Than Yesterday. The Birds is in shrink wrap, VG $9.99. Seeing James Taylor reminded me, because I've been putting a lot of these in our flip crates, just because we have so many copies of it. Our flip crates, I've been posting those. I think everybody's enjoying them. We've been selling, we had 3 or 4, maybe 5 big crates that I've done, and we've basically sold it all. I'm about to show here in a minute what's left. I've got that behind the counter, but just so everybody knows, I've been posting those in our group. Make sure, I know you can't wake up at 4 a.m., but I usually post one pretty late, like at 4 a.m., and then I post another one at like 8 a.m., usually right before I go to bed. Great deals, $9.99. A lot of stuff in there is like 66% off. It's just stuff that we have multiple copies of. Sometimes we do sell them for $35, but we just have so many. We have so many records to sell. We go ahead and throw them in there for $9.99. And yeah, it's great stuff. So make sure you participate in those flip videos. This reminded me because we have like a dozen copies of these. They're all nice, and I usually put them in there. So this one's EX $12.99. Or you can wait in about 6 months, and it'll be $9.99 on a flip crate. Or I'll sell it to you right now for $9.99. So we pulled Jeff McIntosh, Benjamin Orr. Randy Scarborough got Night Ranger, and Tom Ulanowski wants the Birds. The Birds. Okay, back here on the Doobie Brothers, R.M. Lazelle was in first on the Doobie Brother lot at 50. R.M. Lazelle's at 50 on the Doobie Brothers. Brent, you're out. He was in first. That's going once, going twice to him. And I'm going to go ahead and pull Michael Schenker. If anybody wants to buy it, $34.99. I've got now 2 pristine Michael Schenkers over there if anybody's interested. Looks like next record is this another lot? We may do these. Yeah, let's do these in a lot. You sure can. Brent wants to put back that first Ringo he bought. If anybody wants that other Ringo, we have one for $24. It was $24.99. Yeah. That was tonight. Yeah, that was tonight. Okay, we're also going to sell these 3 Oscar Petersons in a lot. Oscar Peterson. We're going to call that one Oscar Peterson in Scandinavia. There's a spotlight being shown through our window. I think David Winfrey's outside. Ain't but a few of us left. And Oscar Peterson, a Royal Wedding Suite. Those are all 3 of those. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted. There's a police officer signing a spotlight. Well, he was right in my eyes, but he's a friend of ours. We're not about to get arrested or anything. Oscar Peterson is a $50 start for all 3 of these. So a Royal Wedding Suite, ain't but a few of us left, and in Scandinavia. That is all 3 of those, $50 start. $50 start. Brent Rabley's at 60 on the Doobie Brothers lot, so R.M. Lazelle, you're out on that. Brent Rabley is at 60. RML, you're out. And Scott Smith said he would give $60 for both Michael Schenker groups. Scott Smith, you bought them. Assault Attack and Self-Titled. Sell both of those to Scott Smith for $60. $60 on those. Trying to confiscate my monsters and bangs. Yeah, it's pretty much like cocaine, so not that I've ever tried cocaine, but they say it gives you the same effect. James Taylor. Rod Stewart Live. I've never seen that one before. Wow. Rod Stewart Live. EX $17.99. I have never seen that before. Stay With Me. Every picture tells a story. Wish It Would Rain. It's all over now. That's some good early stuff from Faces. EX $17.99. More of the Monkees. A VG copy. $9.99. And Elvis Worldwide Gold Award Hits Parts 1 and 2. That's a VG Plus $14.99. Okay. Back here, Brent is at 60 on the Doobie Brothers lot. No Obies, but 4 near mint records. Best of Doobies, One Step Closer, Minute by Minute. What were once vices are now habits. Going twice, going 3 times for $60. Chip says he's in at 50 on the Oscar Peterson. We're going to sell that pretty quickly to Chip. If there's no other bids, that's going once, going twice. Going twice, going 3 times. And Roy Edmonds wants more of the Monkees. Sell that to Roy. Speaking of a bang, I could use one right now. My mouth's getting a little parched. Lee Michaels Live, $24.99. Kansas Leftoverture, VG copy. By the way, Lee Michaels was VG Plus. Kansas is VG Leftoverture. We've got Tom Gent, Yankees Rebel Sun. That's a VG Plus $14.99. And the Fugs, VG minus on that. I don't think that's an easy record to get. $14.99. If you're just hopping on, we got auctions going in the background. We've got new vintage stuff here. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so we got people watching on Facebook. We got people watching on YouTube. I don't know how many on each platform. I can't see that on my end. I see that there is 107 people watching, so thank you. And we got lots more to sell. We're going to go ahead and sell these first. Let's do Chip Corals. You get the Oscar Peterson for $50. That's a great deal. And I think this is even possibly a better deal. The 4 Japanese Doobie Brothers, sell that to Brent Rabley for $60. New Japanese auctions before I can continue. I got a Santana and a Jay Giles. A Santana and a Jay Giles. And for anybody buying Japanese vinyl for the first time tonight, you're going to enjoy it and you'll want to buy more in the future. I can tell we have more and more people now bidding on Japanese. Oh yes, Iron Maiden. Let me do that right now. Sorry everybody. I have forgot about that one. Iron Maiden, self-titled. I should have done this a long time ago. Very nice. Let's take a look at it. I'll go ahead and tell you, we need a $100 start on it. It's nice. I mean, this is a top copy. Cover is beautiful. It feels like there's something in the cover. It may just be the thickness of the cardboard. Yeah, just a really nice, strong Japanese quality cover. There's the original Japanese insert. And the vinyl is immaculate. $100 start. Should get that pretty quick. We already have. I have it stickered for much more just in case it happened and didn't get a bid. And yeah, there we go. So James Ashbrenner's in at 100. That's Iron Maiden, self-titled, their debut record, Japanese pressing. And let's go ahead and do Santana Gold Disc. This is like a Santana compilation. Really good stuff on here. It has one of my favorite songs. I prefer the live version at Woodstock though, Soul Sacrifice. If you've never watched Santana do Soul Sacrifice at Woodstock, you're missing out. That's an amazing performance. Yeah, Black Magic Woman, Evil Ways. The other side had Soul Sacrifice and Oyo Como Va. Great Santana stuff here. $35 start. The vinyl on this one is near mint. I'm not even going to say near mint minus. It's beautiful. Has the Japanese insert, lyric sleeve, and also a pristine cover with Carlos Santana. He's even got a Santana shirt. I need a Santana shirt. I don't have a Santana shirt in my collection. I've been looking for a Thin Lizzy shirt, and I hadn't found one I quite like. So, $35 start on that. We already have a bid. So we have David Johnson said, I got 4 Japanese Obies for $95. You did. I remember that now. Maiden, we had 100, 105, 125, Santana at 35. And we're not done with this record. I am sold out of all Elvis. Actually, here's the only thing left in our Christmas bin. I've got 2 sealed copies of Merry Christmas Straight to You. He's using some play on words there. George Strait, $49.99. Don't worry that they're sealed. You can crack them open. There's no shrink wrap. You can even tear the shrink wrap off and you won't lose any sleep. Brand new copies. These are not easy to get. We usually sell them. I'm surprised we still have them. We sold the open copy, $49.99. George Strait Christmas album. I actually have a whole other crate of Christmas albums. If y'all want me to do those next, I will. Or we can do a crate that I brought up here to do on sale. So y'all's pick. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. We can do more Christmas, or I can do the on sale crate. Mickle is at $130 on Iron Maiden, and Santana's at $40 on Stephen Total. I hadn't finished this crate. Steve Miller Band, Children of the Future. VG Plus $14.99. Steve Miller Band, Children of the Future. The Who Sellout. The Who Sellout is a VG Plus $39.99. The top seam is partially split. I think he meant, where does that at? What did he put? Top seam split. Oh, it is, yeah. Top seam is split up here. Such a tough Who record to find. Oh my gosh, so tough. This is actually a very nice VG Plus, and that is a VG Plus $39.99. VG Plus $39.99. I think, what's his name is leaving? David, yeah, David's leaving. I guess that's him. Another side of Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is a VG copy, $14.99. And Van Morrison Wavelength is EX $24.99. Okay, there was a big flurry of comments. Let's see what I missed. Iron Maiden was at $130. And then we have Cell Crate. Cell Crate, Cell Crate. You just showed an Elvis. I did? Let me go back and do that. Find that, Tracy. Sale, sell, sell. Stacy said Christmas. Sale, sell, sell. Maiden's at $145. Sale. Santana's at $41. Sale. Sherry Darnell said she'll take a George Strait Christmas. They're not sticker Tanner. They're $49.99 though. Sell one to Sherry Darnell. We have 130 on Iron. We have 150 on Iron Maiden. Guy said, please, no more Christmas. Sale Crate. Well, right now, Sale Crate is winning. Iron Maiden's at $165 on sale. Mickle's out on Maiden, and James Ashbrenner said sale. Hi and Ben. Brandon, how's everything down in Florida? We're right in the, I know you're right in the midst of the storms. We have Neil Young Live Rust, EX $34.99, and Having a Rave Up with the Yardbirds. Wow, and Shrink Wrap. VG on the vinyl, $24.99. Tommy, I can see your YouTube comment. Thank you. All right, so Fred Wink is at $165 on the Iron Maiden. A couple of people have set out. I will give that a final call, or I'll give that a first call. And just a warning on anybody who is bidding on Santana. R.M. Lazelle, never mind. Stephen Tuttle is back in at $42. Stephen Tuttle's at $42 on Santana. We have a $165 bid on Iron Maiden. Frank Kilpatrick also bid $42 on Santana. About to blow my wig off. Yeah, we went through the high-end bin last night. You wasn't on. It was disappointing. I think I even said, is Brandon on? You got to the point, Brandon don't buy anything now unless it starts at $500. So I got to really bring out some high-end stuff for him to watch. All right, we're still bidding on Santana. Chad, I'm interested in some of those crates you use in the stores. Apostle, find out where to buy them. We buy these from a place called, I think it's called Milk Crate Direct. Just search Milk Crates. I don't even know the name of the website. We have to order 54 at a time, and they're $17 a piece. Do the math. They're not cheap. You got to order 54 of them at $17 a piece. It's a pallet. They come shrink wrapped on a pallet, and we've ordered, I think that order we've done multiple times. But yeah, these are made. These are the best. I mean, they're amazing. I'm not even going to recap that bin. I'm going to go, Tanner, in the Bob Mercer booth, there's a crate I lay down on the floor. I think it's black. It's not on any stacks, but that was the on-sale crate I was going to do. Everybody all done on Santana? Or excuse me. Is everybody all done? Oh, Elvis, yes. I may need to flip back through this crate. Iron Maiden, our new buyer, Fred, is at $165 on Iron Maiden. Final call. If you want to bid, you better do it very quickly. It's been at $165 for quite some time. We're now at $43, now $45 on Santana. Here's what was left in this bin. If you want prices, just let me know. Tim Harden, Alice Cooper, QB and the Blizzards, Iron Maiden, Iron Butterfly, the Dales, the Hollies, Steppenwolf, Willie Nelson, Bruce Springsteen, ZZ Top, Jefferson Airplane, Warren Zevon, Jefferson Starship, Uriah Heep, George Thorogood, Richie Havens, Gentle Giant, the Gentrys, Randy Newman, Ian Lloyd, Utopia, New Riders, Isaac Hayes, Men at Work, Incense and Peppermints, Till Tuesday, George Harrison, the Hollies, the Beach Boys, Harry Chapman, yes, great stuff in here, Santana, Elton John, Arlo Guthrie, Cinderella, Merle Haggard, Sound of Music, Jefferson Starship, Buffalo Springfield, Spirit, U.S. Apple Corps, James Taylor, Rod Stewart, Elvis. This is the one. Elvis is a VG Plus $14.99 if you want it, Tracy. Just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and lay it right over here. It's already 10:10. It is late, isn't it? Yep. We wasn't planning on taking a break anyway tonight. We were going to go, by the way, we're going to 11 o'clock and then a hard stop at 11. We're having another sale tomorrow night and Friday night. This is supposed to be just like a pop-up show, but it's turned out really popular. So, all right, before I go any further, let's end that Iron Maiden because that's a pretty big deal. And I need to let Fred know. Fred Wink got the Iron Maiden Tanner for $145. He is a new buyer on YouTube. Fred, do you have a Facebook account? If you have a Facebook account, Fred, can you send us a message on Facebook? If you don't have a Facebook account, let us know, and we will have to communicate with you through email. And we will let you know our email account. It's not under Collect Code. We still hadn't set that up because we're still trying to buy our domain. But I will give you the email address to email if you don't have a Facebook account. Fred, just let me know that, and then we'll go from there. We're going to post it in the comments, actually, for you. And you'll have to send us an email to get your invoice. And that's how we'll communicate with you. Okay, so after that, we had Santana at 45. Santana at 45. Santana's at 46. Tracy McFadden does want the Elvis. R. Mazelle's at 46 on Santana. The first comment was, what was the Cinderella? Yeah, there's several things in here. I'm like, why hasn't this sold? One of them is Cinderella. Cinderella, this is for Jamie Butler. This is a VG Plus vinyl. It's a Walt Disney Storybook record. It's got the pages and stuff with it. Actually, this one doesn't. Yeah, it does. This one has the pages and stuff with it. Cinderella. That is a VG Plus 1999 on that. VG Plus vinyl. That was for Jamie Butler. I'm going to lay that right there. What was next? Keith Canseco wants Merle Haggard. Keith, that was right in here. I just seen it. Okie from Muskogee. That is a VG copy for $9.99. VG copy for $9.99. We're going to sell that to Keith Canseco. Stephen Tuttle is at 47. Holly Taylor Murphy wants Sound of Music. Has she bought from us before? Sounds familiar, but I hadn't said it in a while. Holly Taylor, or we'll say Holly Murphy. Sound of Music is sold to you. If you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you've messaged our page, Holly. Make sure you've messaged our page. How much was Elton? Rock of the Westies, this was for Tim Holloway. VG Plus, $14.99. Let's see, was Peppermint stereo or mono? Incense and Peppermints, Wayne, was a stereo copy. We have 48 on Santana, now 50 on Santana. Fred, there's our email. Just make sure you email us. We won't invoice you until Monday, though. Just please be aware of that. Let's see. Hot $10 on the Hollies, Jonathan Berg. Sell that to Jonathan Berg for $10. Does she sing Long Cold Winter? Thought it was 80s hair metal. Yeah. Not the same Cinderella. Tim Holloway said sold, and he asked about Elton John, Rock of the Westies. Sell that to Tim Holloway. Let's see. What was the price on Spirit? So this Spirit here was a VG Plus 1999. He said Holly's greatest, not the one I just pulled. I don't know if I want to discount this one. I like it too much, Jonathan. $14.99. Orange RCA label. That's got to be $14.99. The other one I just pulled, I'll show you that one for $10. That one's too nice, though. But let me know. That's up to you. These are new arrivals anyway. So yeah, this Spirit was a VG Plus 1999. Guy said condition of Randy Newman. It was a VG Plus on the vinyl, Guy. It's a VG Plus on the vinyl. You may not want it. James Taylor, Rod Stewart Live. I'm speechless. No one's bought that. Lee Michaels Live, Kansas. Tom Gent, The Fugs, Steve Miller Band, The Who, Bob Dylan, Van Morrison, Neil Young, and Yardbirds. I'll do $14.99 on greatest. Okay. Do you still want the other one, or do you just want this one? Sell that to Jonathan for $14.99. Tracy McFadden wants Rod Stewart Live. Thank you. Spirit for $15. Scott, let me make sure Jeff McIntosh doesn't want it. I'll discount Spirit. I've never listened to that, so I'm not as partial to it as the Hollies. He wants just the great. There was another Hollies record you pulled for Jonathan. He does not want that one. I pulled the wrong one. Okay, and I've seen both people say out on Santana. RM said out, and Frank Kilpatrick said out. So Santana is sold to Stephen Tuttle for $50. Stephen Tuttle for $50. Okay, and then there was Cinderella. Brent, you bought the doobies. You got the doobies. All right, I'm about to change. I'm about to do the crate that's going to be make offer or buy it now best offer. Santana. Scott Jeff said I would take it at 15. All right, so well, I was going to take his 15. You had dibs, so I'm going to have to sell to you for 15 then. So sell that. Jeff McIntosh gets Spirit for $15. Next, Japanese auctions. First is Jay Giles Freeze Frame. That is a $35 start, near mint with Obi Classic. Does this one have centerfold on it too? Yeah, this one has centerfold on it. Freeze frame and centerfold. $35 start. What's the Yardbird story? Having a rave up with the Yardbirds, if anything, if you got a nice disc, this is a cover upgrade because the cover is in shrink wrap. VG on the vinyl. VG on the vinyl, $35. Excuse me, no, I was reading your comment. That is $24.99. He bid $35 on Jay Giles. I've already sold one of these tonight, so if anybody wants another, here's the same thing. It's got the poster, the inner sleeve. It's a near mint copy of Hotel California. First come, first serve, $55. Eagles Hotel California. We've already auctioned one of those off tonight. There's another. And right behind that is Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton, breaking all the rules, Japanese pressing, promo copy with Obi, near mint with insert, $25 start on Peter Frampton. Breaking all the rules with Obi. All right, I'm changing crates. Changing crates. If your feed happens to freeze, just reset and come back and find us. And we'll still be here, I promise. Unless you don't come back for a while, then we may be gone. Where's that crate you just brought up? Is that it? Yep. Okay, I'll take that. Tom Ulanowski gets the Eagles for $55. That's a straight buy now, the Tom Ulanowski. I don't know what's in this crate. I think this is the right one, but of course, you know, this is, you never know about these crates in the back. There could be anything in there. So if your feed happens to freeze, I ask that you don't even comment frozen, because I think it makes it worse, because a lot of people start commenting frozen at the same time. So just close out the app and then come back and find us. That's the best way to do it. Okay, Eagles, Tom Ulanowski. We had $35 bids on Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton's at $35 and Jay Giles is at $35. Going twice, going 3 times on both of those. Let me get my camera resituated here. Let me lay my master feed right there. Greg Rogers is at $37 on Jay Giles. Yeah, this was the Ringo that was put back. If anybody wants it, it's only $24.99. Ringo Star, Ringo with Obi. VG Plus on the vinyl, just $24.99. That's the one Brent put back. He bought a better copy earlier. I'm going to go through this crate. I don't think it's been gone through since, I see February, March, and April. That's a long time ago. February, March, and April price tags. I'm going to tell you the title, tell you the price. You can buy it now, or you can make me a very fair offer. First record is the Who's Quadrophenia, $34.99. Let's see if it's got the booklet with it. It feels awfully heavy. It may just be the LPs. Yeah, it's just the LPs. The Who's Quadrophenia. That is $34.99. These I'm highly motivated to sell. I doubt I'll do a lot of half off. Definitely not half off, but you know, they're getting very close to being 1 year old. But some of these we start putting up for auctions, or we go ahead and put them on eBay or Discogs before that happens. So Peter Frampton, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to RM Lozelle for $35. RM, you got Peter Frampton. No other bids on that. And high bid on Jay Giles is $37 with Greg Rogers. Brent Rabley, you're out. That's going twice, going 3 times to Greg Rogers. Chicago, $19.99. Chicago, what's the numerical? I can never remember this one. 5, 6, 7. Chicago 7, $19.99. Good Vibrations, the best of the Beach Boys, $12.99. Sloop John B, Good Vibrations, best of the Beach Boys. That is $12.99 in shrink wrap. Brent's back in on Jay Giles at $40. The Japanese bin is getting thinner. Here is the next one. This is a Japanese press of the Cars Heartbeat City. There's the Obi near mint vinyl. Has a Japanese insert with it. And let's see what else we got in here. The inner sleeve here has some, definitely like some aging spots on it. And so does the inner sleeve. Yeah, that one's got a little bit of like discoloration on it. The vinyl is near mint. And overall, the cover is really nice too. There's technically the front of it. Actually, yeah, that's technically the front of it. It's a very complicated cover. That is technically the front of Heartbeat City. And then that's the back, the part that actually says Heartbeat City. $35 start on that. I don't know if we've ever had this one before. $35 start on the Cars Heartbeat City Japanese pressing. Let's see. Brent Rabley's at $40 on Jay Giles. The video part of the feed keeps freezing. The only way to correct this is shut down your device and restart. Wow. Yeah, that's the con about us having stuff on YouTube. It's like, or, you know, the Facebook viewers. Not everybody, though. It's like maybe 10% of y'all. 10 or 15. If it freezes, it's for like 15 or 20 of y'all. So maybe, you know, 15, 20% of the people watching on. Everybody else, it stays fine. So, Conway Twitty, number ones. All of his number one hits, $9.99. The third Woody Allen album, $14.99. Eric Clapton, backless, $34.99. Eric Clapton, backless. Rainbow, bent out of shape. Rainbow is $26.99. Billy Squier, Signs of Life, a sealed copy. Sealed, $39.99. Leslie Holt on Conway Twitty. Sell that to Leslie. We do have a $35 bid on the cars. That's Bill Fratsky going once, going twice. Brent Rabley is back in on Jay Giles at 40. So 40 and 35, going twice, going 3 times. Eric Clapton, Rainbow, Billy Squier. Wahoo! Duke Pearson, that's a Blue Note jazz record. A 1976 reissue, still not cheap, $74.99. That is very nice too. That is from the radio station in Murfreesboro buyout. $74.99 on that. Michael Potts is back in on the cars at 40. Final call on Jay Giles. Sade, wow, Sade, Promise, $49.99. $49.99 on Sade. Alice Cooper, Special Forces. Alice Cooper is $26.99. In case you didn't know, these hadn't been shown in like 6 or 7 months. They've been in a crate in the back. I don't know how many customers have flipped through them. You can claim them, or you can make a very fair offer, pretty close to the sticker price, and I'm going to sell it to you. Rich Rainbow. We had a Rainbow. That was for Jimmy. Oh, right here. We have Rainbow Bent Out of Shape. $26.99. $26.99. Very nice vinyl on that. About a VG Plus cover. That is 1986, not 19. You may be right. I may have misread the back. Yes, 1986. Thank you, 1986. Thank you, Next Play Records. Next Play Records, are you just a YouTube viewer, or do you watch sometime on our Facebook channel? Let's go ahead and sell Jay Giles. Jay Giles. There's some people I only see when we're live on Facebook or only live on YouTube because they don't have Facebooks. Brent Rabley gets Jay Giles for 40. Other bidders said out. Michael Potts is at 40 on the cars. Bill Fratsky says out, so Michael Potts, that's going twice, going 3 times to you. The trio, which is Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris, $29.99. This has got the hype sticker. This is a gold stamp promo. I thought it was, yeah, right here. It's kind of camouflage. It's a gold stamp promo. But it froze. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I'm trying to get most people over to YouTube if I can. So, The Hard Ride. The Hard Ride soundtrack is sealed with hype sticker, including Bill Medley's smash single, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. That is a sealed soundtrack. Very cool. Part of that buzz that was going around in the late 60s with motorcycles, early 70s. Easy Rider, The Hard Ride, Hell's Angels, all that stuff. Zappa Zoot Allures in shrink wrap, $39.99. And Bad Luck Streak in Dancing School, Warren Zevon, $34.99. Okay, Cars is sold to Michael Potts for $40. We're getting down to some of our last Japanese pressings. I've got 4 left. That's 2 more lots. We have the Who's Last. Who's Last? This is a 2 LP Japanese pressing with Obi of the Who's Last near mint with inner sleeves, and that is a $55 start. It's a live concert from The Who. $55 start on that. And Eric Clapton at his best. This is one of those white covers where you can see all the aging spots from Japan. And that is, I'll put that up for a $35 start. I was going to say $45, but this cover definitely takes, this cover was nice and wide. I may say a $55 start. 2 LP, this is an Eric Clapton compilation with Obi. That's going to sound nice. $35 start. Kevin Squire says he needs to be taken off the Tyler Childers list. That is okay. I am shocked for 2 reasons. One, we've only sold like 1 record out of here, and no one's even made an offer. So that means you don't want anything out of here, or you're too shy to make offers. Don't be shy to make offers, I promise. The Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue, $34.99. Uriah Heep, Live. That is a German pressing, $24.99. Kevin, we've got you off the list, no problem. And Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. This is a 2 LP live album, OG from Joe Cocker. VG Plus, $24.99. And we have Herman's Hermits. This is called Blaze. This is an original sealed copy, $24.99. And Neil Young Trans is $34.99. Neil Young Trans. Janis Joplin, I've got them old Cosmic Blues again, Mama. Actually, a nice cover that don't have any ring wear. $34.99. Let's see if it's a second label. I have a feeling it is. It is. That's the second label on that one. That would be amazing if it was an OG. The Lux Radio Theater presents To Have and Not Have, starring, or by Ernest Hemingway, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. That is a sealed record, $29.99. Pharoah Sanders, Shakuru. That is $44.99 for Pharoah Sanders. Tim Holloway said he'd give $25 on the Stones. That is sold to Tim Holloway for $25. And Tim, that had the poster with it. $25 sold to Tim Holloway. I'm looking for a $35 start on Eric Clapton at his best. Let's read some of the tracks off here. Let's see. After Midnight, Keep on Growing, Little Wing, Presence of the Lord, Bottle of Red Wine, Sea of Joy, Layla, Blues Power, Bell Bottom Blues. So yeah, this is a Clapton at his best. It's a compilation. $35 start on that. And this Who record is very, very thick cover. It looks like it comes with a book. And that's a $55 start. Pristine copy of that. Guy Goodman said he would give $20 on the Cocker. Guy Goodman, you get Joe Cocker for $20. Tim Holloway got the Stones for $25. Next is, I showed Pharoah. Monk Montgomery, It Is Never Too Late. A sealed copy, $39.99. The Tyler Childers album is in right now. Any UK Vertigo records? No, sir. Well, if I do, I don't really know if I have any, but I don't have like a special place I can go right to them. But no, I don't think I do. They're right here. They're $64.99. It's a triple LP. Can I take my hounds to heaven? If you want one on this week's invoice, let me know. They're $64.99. I have them in stock right now. We're adding them on people's invoice for this week. I've got about 10 left. 10, 15 maybe. Josh White, Empty Bed Blues, $29.99. And this is a 12-inch single. RuPaul on red vinyl. That is $29.99. Aries, Paul Brothers, $35 on Clapton. Sold. Paul Brothers gets Eric Clapton for $35. Clint Howard wants Tyler Childers. You've got it. And The Who, if anybody wants to buy The Who, $55. I'm ending that one. It's over here on the no sell pile. $55 on that. Here is our last two Japanese auctions to show, and it's two good ones. Huey Lewis and the News. Huey Lewis and the News Sports. Classic 80s album. Near mint with Obi. $35 start on that. And Deep Purple, the very best of Deep Purple. Deepest Purple. And that's also, I'll put that one up for a $35 start as well. $35 starts on those last two. Huey Lewis and Deep Purple. Babe Ruth, Stealing Home. I showed one of those last night. $29.99. The Knack, Get the Knack. The Knack is $19.99. Departure. Departure is $29.99. I don't know a lot about that. Any Jackal? No, we just have that. We can get their first album. It's Music on Vinyl. They're $38.99. I'm pretty sure they're still in stock. A New Beginning, The Mad Lads. $34.99. A New Beginning, The Mad Lads. The Suspects, First Offense. This is a hardcore Nashville punk. $49.99. It has the original insert with it. $49.99 on that. Phantom of the Paradise soundtrack. Phantom of the Paradise soundtrack. White label promo, $44.99. Bill Frasky's in at $35 on Huey Lewis. Brent Rabley's at $35 on Deep Purple. And Jimmy, Deep Purple is a $35 bid right now. Japanese pressing, near mint. Kevin, I will go through the no-sell pile as soon as these are done. Do you have the first one? Tyler Childers has 5 albums. He has Bottles and Bibles, which is never been released on vinyl. And the CDs are very expensive. His next album was, I think in order of release, it was technically live on Red Barn Radio, which is a compilation of 2 live shows. It's fantastic. That's what got me hooked. It is his best stuff still to date. That's $24.99. We've got those in stock. We've also got Purgatory, which is his first full studio album that was on a major label or a big release. We have those in stock. Long Violent History, or excuse me, Country Squire is out of stock. They're out of print. Those are expensive right now. Long Violent History is out of stock. I don't think they're too pricey though. And then his newest album. He's actually got 6 releases, 5 you can buy on vinyl. Live on Red Barn Radio. This is my favorite, personal recommendation. These are very cool. They're making them again with the hype sticker. And then there's Purgatory, $24.99. This is a studio album. This is a live album, but it sounds amazing. And actually the quality of this too, it's fantastic. This is like bluegrass, but like with it's got country to it, bluegrass, but also like outlaw. I don't know. It's just a very unique sound. It's just him, banjos, mandolins, guitar, and this one right here. So yeah, most people's looking for Country Squire. Man, it's expensive. We auctioned off a sealed copy about 6 months ago for over $100. They'll repress it eventually. And then what's the other one? Yeah, Bottles and Bibles. I have a feeling at some point he'll release that on vinyl. He'll probably do it like some kind of website exclusive and that stuff. This album here, there's a pink vinyl version of it. It's hundreds of dollars. This has never been released on colored vinyl. If it did, it would probably be something crazy expensive. There's a gold vinyl version of this and a pink vinyl. The pink vinyl, we've been trying to score one of those, me and Seth, on eBay for a long time. We can't get them. They're expensive. You know, I mean, I'm not ready to spend $300 on one, but I might one day. An autographed copy of those are like $1,000. It is crazy for a new artist. It's like Taylor Swift kind of stuff. Just absolute crazy prices for somebody. I mean, he's big, but he's not like huge, but his stuff is so expensive. Autographs, posters, anything like that. Okay, Jonathan Berg said he would give $10 on the knack. Jonathan, I'm going to sell that to you because I've been putting some of those in $9.99 crates. So sell Jonathan Berg the knack for $10. Frank Kilpatrick said he would give $39.99 on the Who. Sell that to Frank Kilpatrick for $39.99. We sold Pink Floyd Animals. It sold at auction for $100 mark. Jimmy is at 36 on Deep Purple. Brent Rabley's at 37. Scott Smith is at 37 on Deep Purple. Wait a second. Scott Smith wants a Tyler Childers live. I got the order out of order. Anybody wants a live at Red Barn? $24.99. And we have multiple copies. I mean, we got stacks of these things. Because when this goes out of print, it'll be like Country Squire. It'll be like a $100 record overnight. I promise you. Because this has his biggest hit of all time, which is Feathered Indians. That's on this album here. That's his biggest radio hit. And then White House Road is on here. That's the other one. And then also Lady May. That is a huge one as well. Those are the 3 biggies on that one. So, okay. Luke Mitchell said he would give $55 on Duke Pearson. Was that something in here? Yeah, this sold. Luke Mitchell. That's a great sounding, or it's in really good shape. I'm sure it's great sounding too. See, you making offers on this crate. I hadn't declined anything yet. High bid on Deep Purple is $37 with Brent Rabley. Everybody else is out. And Huey Lewis, I don't think anybody else bid, so sell that to Bill Fratsky for $35. Bill Fratsky for $35, yeah. Purgatory sounds good, the vinyl quality, but also I like live on Red Barn. I need to bring my open copy back down here at the store so I can play it more often. I could listen to it every day. I did there for a while. You know how like when you really like something, you listen to it on repeat just over and over? I did that on that album when I was traveling. I would just play it over and over. Buffalo Springfield. This is $29.99. This is a Rhino exclusive mono version. Lacquers cut by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grunman Mastering. This is a Rhino exclusive from $29.99 or from 2019. It's mint. It is $29.99. That's a mono Chris Bellman cut of Buffalo Springfield in mono. The Flasher. The flasher is $129.99. A promotional record. This is all from that radio station collection. All these white label promo soundtracks. The Flasher Pulpa by Pulpa. That is a soundtrack. Look, he's going around flashing people. What a weird movie. $129.99 on that. I probably need to put that on Discogs. Jimmy's back in on Deep Purple at $40. Let's go through the no-sale pile right quick. The first is a VG Plus copy of Ringo Starr. VG Plus copy of Ringo Starr. That is $24.99. Just the vinyl. It does have the Obi. Very nice cover. No inserts. Nothing else. $24.99 on that. Bob Seger is $44.99. Stranger in Town. Stranger in Town. No bid on that. $44.99. Duke Ellington was $24.99. These are all Japanese pressing. That one's near mint too. No Obi. I had a Band on the Run with poster, 2 inserts, and inner sleeve. $54.99 on that. Very nice vinyl. Near mint. And then the first deal of the night is $24.99. And that's Stevie Wonder in Square Circle. That's a near mint record of insert. That's probably the cheapest one that's near mint of the night. $24. That's all the Japanese that's left. We have sold an entire crate tonight. Sold an entire crate tonight. Jimmy's at $40 on Deep Purple. And Brent says he's out. Kenny Heathcock wants a copy of Red Barn. We've got that. Kenny Heathcock. We'll pull one of those for you. So final call on that. George Somers said he would give $75 for the flasher. Sold. Could I get more on Discogs? Possibly. I hadn't looked at it since... We hadn't checked the prices since March 16th, but we're going to sell that to George Somers for $75. Modern Jazz Quartet, Space, $59.99. That is an Apple pressing. $59.99. They were a jazz artist, group on Apple. Porter Wagner. Porter Wagner is $9.99. Where's Brandon Sanders at? Collector's Record Series, which is like a compilation. Joni Mitchell, Dog Eat Dog, is $19.99. And Men at Work Cargo, that is $9.99. Men at Work Cargo. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, EX on the vinyl on that. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, is $19.99. And Ry Cooder, Into the Purple Valley, $24.99. Let's sell Deep Purple to Jimmy Lazon. I think I say his name right. He's never said otherwise. $40 for Band on the Run. Now, Rich, that's one I'm partial to. This is one of those that's just amazing. What did you say? 40? What did I put it up for? 55? I will do $45 on this, Rich. $45. I feel like the Obi here is lightly faded. I feel like somebody would have already bid 55 if this thing... if I could have said this thing's absolutely perfect, then, I think it would already so. But I will say that for $45. Anybody else want to make offers? That's probably about my best on Stevie Wonder, $25. Duke Ellington, $25. You make an offer on Bob Seger, I'm at $45, and then just $25 on Ringo. That's the only thing that's left. We've sold about 50, 60 Japanese pressings tonight. The best of Roberta Flack, $19.99. Still no invoice on the Who's Decca. Frank, I don't think you bought that night because we didn't have you down for it. I think you got outbid or we sold it before you realized that. Eddie Rabbit Horizon. Eddie Rabbit is $9.99. And Anne Murray, A Country Collection, $9.99. Mick LaFoot said he would give $10 on the Fugs. That was from a crate from earlier, I think. Yeah, it was. It's right here. Let's find that for Mick LaFoot, Mike Langford. This one right here, the VG minus one, Mick. I'm going to sell that to you for $10. Mark Fallon said he would give $45 if he doesn't want it. Rich Recor said he would take it. So Band on the Run is sold for $45 to Rich Recor. $45 on that. Sherry Darnell said she would take Duke Ellington. Sherry Darnell said she'll take the Duke Ellington Japanese press. Standard Ellington. Thomas offered $15. Already sold to Sherry. Troy Robinson offered $15 on Roberta. That's in the crate. Brent said he would give $34.99 for Seeger. Sold. Sell Brent Rabley Seeger for $34.99. So last two left, Stevie and Ringo, $24.99. Cheap deals on Japanese pressings. Troy Robinson says 15 on Roberta Flack. Best of. We had $19.99 on it. Sell that to Troy Robinson for $15. Andy Mitchell said he would give $25 for the Pharaoh Sanders that's in here. Sold. $25. Andy Mitchell. And Scott Snee said he would give $15 for the Uriah Heep Live. Sold. I hadn't even looked at it. Sold. Nice copy. $15, Scott Snee. I'll go back through this crate because y'all can see I'm very easy tonight on accepting offers. I think I've only countered twice. Where did I get to? Lightning Strikes, Lou Christie. That is a sealed copy, $24.99. Did you see my Aerosmith comment? No, sir. Could you send that again? Moontides, Pure Bathing Culture, $19.99. Red, White, and Blues Image by Blues Image. That's a VG Plus, $19.99. Moby Grape. That is $19.99. It is a censored cover. No middle finger on that one. Arlo Guthrie is a VG Plus, $14.99. Argent, In Deep. Argent is $24.99. And Mother Focus. Mother is $19.99. I got some more stuff up here I can put up for auction, though. I mean, some stuff we can reduce. I got more Japanese stuff over here. First of all, we need to tag Dakota. Dakota messaged us and said he wanted one of these right here for $34.99. And I'll show y'all what I'm showing Tanner. We sold 3 copies last night. I've got 3 copies left. They're $34.99. It's ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2, and they're $34.99. And I sold 3 live. Somebody messaged us last night. I was still here and said they wanted one. I've got 3 left. That's ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. They're $34.99. I've got 3 left. Let's put up this and that. I've got some stuff here I'll reduce and put up for auction, pretty cheap. I've got Jay Giles Band, Love Stinks, Near Mint. Yeah, Near Mint with Obi and inserts. $25 start on Jay Giles. And Jeff Beck Group with Jan Hammer, Live, EX on the vinyl. And it has a Japanese insert with it. Also a $25 start on that. 25 and 25, Jeff Beck and Jay Giles. Aerosmith, if it came in, I will take one. If not, wait list. Let's see here. Pump. He wasn't on the wait list originally. We have 1 left. Yeah. So Troy Robinson, Pump is sold to you. I'm ordering more. If anybody else wants an Aerosmith Pump, let me know. There'll be more here. I think there's another shipment on the way from a different distributor. $36.99. Aerosmith Pump. Focus, Ship of Memories, $19.99. The Doors, Soft Parade. Wow. This is a VG Plus, $34.99. The Doors, Soft Parade. VG Plus, red Electra label. Yep, VG Plus vinyl. I see a couple marks here and there. No feelers or anything like that. We'll have some noise when you're listening to it. That's a VG Plus, $34.99. No Small Affair soundtrack, $19.99. Blackfoot, Flying High. Blackfoot is $19.99, and a Jeff Beck Group there is $19.99. Jay Giles. Jay Giles. I can't get Jeff Beck and Jay Giles mixed up. Jay Giles, Jeff Bergman is at $28. Brent Rabley's back in at $30. And I'm going to move these pretty fast. If anybody wants to buy Jeff Beck, you can claim it right now. I'm going to put it over here with the other $24.99 stuff. EX on the vinyl, Jeff Beck just $24.99. $24.99 on that. Tom Fogerty, Zephyr National. That's one we don't see too often. $24.99 on Tom Fogerty, Zephyr National. $24.99 on that. Arlo Guthrie, Amigo. Arlo Guthrie, $19.99. The Cal Seals, 2x2. A yellow label MGM promo copy. Thick gatefold cover. The Cal Seals, $29.99. Near Mint on the vinyl. Genesis Invisible Touch, 12-inch single, $14.99. And Elton John Friends, VG Plus, $14.99. Excuse me, is in get a grip in as well. No, it's not. I'm waiting for those to come in. Thomas said he would give $20 for Japanese Beck. Go ahead and sell that to him. $20. Brent Rabley's at 33 on Jay Giles. What else do I got here? We got a Joe Cocker. Let's put it up for a $20 start. Joe Cocker, name of the album is Cocker with Obi, near mint. Joe Cocker, $20 start on that. 12-inch single from Fleetwood Mac, Little Lies. That is $19.99. Player in shrink wrap, featuring their one-hit wonder, Baby Come Back. It was on that mop commercial forever, $19.99. The Game Is Over, original soundtrack. This looks like it's some kind of cultish movie. $34.99, mono, white label promo. That's from that radio station purchase. $34.99 on that. Secret Admirer soundtrack is $19.99. That features artists such as Van Stevenson, Tony Carey, Kim Wilde, Don Felder, Climax, Nick Kershaw, Rosemary Butler, and Harold McCullough, Timothy B. Schmidt, and Jan Hammer. Shocker soundtrack, Wes Craven's Shocker, No More Mr. Nice Guy, the music. That is $74.99, gold stamp promo. That's not too easy to get. The Shocker soundtrack, gold stamp promo, $74.99. There's a few records left in here. We had Something, boy, this is a weird cover. I guess that's the right way up. Something Wild, here we go. Something Wild soundtrack, music from the motion picture. That is $19.99, gold stamp promo. We have Road, $34.99, and Bill Haley and His Comets is $29.99. Bill Haley and His Comets. Brent Rabley's at 33 on Jay Giles. Jeff says he's out, so Brent Rabley gets Jay Giles for $33. Troy Robinson said he would give $20 for Stevie Wonder. Sold. Sell that to Troy Robinson for $20. Does anybody want to give $20 for Joe Cocker? I'm going to put him over here with the lonely Nobody Wants Me pile with Ringo Starr. $20 on Joe Cocker. Greg Waite said he would give 10 for Something Wild. 10 for Something Wild soundtrack. Let's go ahead and sell that to Greg Waits. Sell that to Greg Waits for $10. Sean David, 40 on Shocker. Man, I hadn't checked this one in a while. This has actually just been here since June, which I guess is starting to be here a while. Sean, there was somebody at the night I originally showed this. I remember somebody was trying to make me an offer on it that night, and I was like, it's a new arrival, and I think they were even offering more, so probably should have sold it that night. I will take $55 on Shocker. $55 on Shocker. And R. Moselle wants the Joe Cocker for $19.99. $19.99 on that. I'm going to flip back through that crate very quickly. And let me see what else I can put up for auction right quick. I got some Beatles, Simon & Garfunkel, more Cream, James Taylor, Duran Duran. Wow, this is stuff we've already showed before. Great stuff over here. Let's go ahead and put a couple more up for auction. I have a pristine James Taylor Mudslide Slim. A beautiful copy. It is near mint all the way around. It's even got a Green Warner Brothers label, just like the US OG. This is an OG. $25 start for James Taylor. $25 start, Japanese pressing. I'm going to lay Shocker over there in case Sean says yes. $25 start on that. And Duran Duran, 7 in the Ragged Tiger. You're going to call me crazy. I'm going to put that up for a $25 start. Go ahead, say, Chad, you're crazy. Duran Duran, 7 in the Ragged Tiger, near mint with Obi, $25 start. Lost my sound. What did you say on Shocker? $55 on that. That was my counter offer. $55 on that. Okay, so we have a Duran Duran and a James Taylor up for auction for $25 start. They're near mint Japanese pressings. I'm going to read through the titles on this crate. You can make offers or you cannot make offers. That's your decision. It's a free world. The Who, Quadrophenia. Chicago, Good Vibrations, Best of the Beach Boys. Woody Allen, Eric Clapton, Backless. Billy Squier is Sealed. Sade, Alice Cooper, Rainbow. The Trio, The Hard Ride soundtrack. Frank Zappa, Warren Zevon, Herman's Hermits. Neil Young, Janis Joplin. That's a Humphrey Bogart like radio broadcast from Radiola. Monk Montgomery, Josh White, Tommy Boy. That's the label. It's RuPaul's the artist. Babe Ruth stealing home. Departure. The Mad Lads. The Suspects. Phantom of the Paradise. Buffalo Springfield. I'm going to stop right there. So we have Brent Rabley. Derek Hartman, I thought was bidding. He never did put a numerical next to it. He just put James Taylor. Brent Rabley bid 25 on James Taylor, though. That's going once, going twice. Before that, Bill Frasky said, minute work from this crate and the last crate for $17.99. You got it. Let me find this minute work first, and we're going to sell both of those to Bill Frasky for $17.99. It's this one and the other one right here. Wow, this one's nice too. Shrink wrap with hype sticker. Such an iconic album. And Cargo. Both of those to Bill Frasky for $17.99. Both of those to Bill Frasky, $17.99. Thomas Steyer said he would give $30 for Sade. $5 more and you've bought it, Tom. We usually sell these like right off the bat. You know, like bam, they're gone. That is pristine. Is this Japanese? This is a Japanese pressing. Tokyo, Hong Kong. That's a Japanese pressing of that. Tom, definitely $35. Let me know. $8 on backless. Boy, I can't do that. This is $20. My absolute best price on this would be $25. $25 on that Eric Self. The Zappa, Jonathan Bodine Zappa was in shrink wrap. It is $39.99. Zoo Dolores. Sticker price on that one is $39.99. Bill Frasky's at $25 on Duran Duran. $25 on Duran Duran. Is Babe Ruth an album or musical band? That is the band, Babe Ruth Stealing Home. That is a band. Yes, $29.99 on that. $29.99. Derek Hartman is at $30 on James Taylor. Derek Hartman's at $30 on James Taylor. Brent, you're out. Derek Hartman said he would give $10 for Monk Montgomery. That is sealed. I've got $39.99 on it. I can't do that. That's been here since, wow, that's been here of August of last year. So yeah, I'll do half off on that one, Derek. $20 on Monk Montgomery. $20 on that one, Derek, if you want it. What was the Tommy Boy? Tommy Boy is the label, and that is Little Drummer Boy Remixes, RuPaul. And that's on red vinyl. I've got it stickered for $29.99. Thomas Steyer said Sade sold. That's $35 on Sade. Thomas Steyer, $35. Guy Goodman's at $34 on James Taylor. How much on Janis? Janis Joplin, I got them old Cosmic Blues again, was $34. The cover on this, I know it's a repress, but the cover on that's so nice. They're always very heavy with ring wear. I've even seen them in shrink wrap and they have ring wear. Just, they didn't do a good job inking it, I guess. $34.99 on Greg on that, or make offer. Grant was second on Sade. Jimmy said he would give $10 on Rainbow. This Rainbow, Jimmy, I would take $15 for it. It's a nice copy, just a little bit of shelf wear on the cover. $15 on that. Duran Duran, Randy also bid $25. Brent Rabley's back in on James Taylor at $37. Dan Popovich said he would give $55 on Shocker. That's what I offered it to Sean David. Sean, let me know if you're out on Shocker. If you are, I'm going to sell it to Dan Popovich for $55. Randy Scarborough's at $26 on Duran Duran. Would you do $25 on the Zappa? Let's do that one for $30. Let's do that one for $30. Really nice copy in shrink wrap. $10 on Alice Cooper. Wayne, I'll take $20 for that. I'll take $20 for that. Let me go ahead and be pulling some of these out so I don't lose them. There's that. There's that. There's that. Derek Hartman. So that last comment was Wayne. I said $20 on Cooper if he wants it. Jonathan, $30 on Zappa. Near mint copy. This is sold to Derek Hartman for $20. Monk Montgomery. Derek Hartman gets Monk Montgomery for $20. Let's see here. Track list on Trio. Give me 1 second on that. That's Dolly, Linda Ronstadt. I'll go ahead and do it right now. The pain of loving you, making plans to know him is to love him, Hobo's meditation, wildflowers, telling me lies, my dear companion, those memories of you, I've had enough, Rosewood Casket, and farther along. $29.99 on that. RM Lazelle is at $9.99 on Chicago. Sell that to RM Lazelle. Chicago, $9.99. Brent Rabley's out on James Taylor. High bid on James Taylor. Derek Hartman's at $40. Pristine copy of Mudslide Slim, Japanese pressing. Going once, going twice to Derek Hartman. Sean David passes on Shocker. Greg Rogers said he would give $25 on Janis Joplin. Sold. That's a really nice copy. Like I said, it's a repress, but very nice on that. Sell that to Greg Rogers for $25. Jonathan Bodine said he would also take Frank Zappa for $30. Sell that to Jonathan Bodine for $30. Wayne says he's going to pass on Alice Cooper. Okay, if anybody wants that for $19.99, it's right over here. And how much on Shocker? We just sold it for $55. So these are things I offered and I never did hear back. Rainbow, he told me no on Alice Cooper. There is Linda Ronstadt. What else was in here? Babe Ruth, Backless, other Neil Young, Sealed Billy Squire still in here, Woody Allen, and The Who. All right, I'm going to put those back in there. So final call on James Taylor, and then I've got to get an update on Duran Duran. So Derek has that for $40, going twice, going 3 times. Duran Duran is at $26. This is a Japanese pressing of Duran Duran. I've been turning around from my monitor. I hadn't even been paying attention. I could see the comments, but Japanese insert, that is $26. Just $26 of Randy Scarborough, Duran Duran. And then I'm about to sell James Taylor. That was cheap. I know. I sold 2 really hard to get soundtracks, probably really cheap right then. Flasher and Shocker, but that's okay. I'd rather sell them to y'all than put them on Discogs. 15 on Yardbirds having a rave up. Thomas, that is technically a new arrival, meaning I'm not as flexible on the price. It was literally stickered today for $24.99. It has not been out in the store. No one has really seen it except the people that's tuned in tonight. So if you want it, though, I will take $20 on it. That's technically a new arrival. Troy Robinson said he would give $19.99 on the Trio. No one else has asked about it, so sell that to Troy for $19.99. $15 for the Ringo. I've already sold it once for $25, and I'm going to stick at $25 on that one for right now. But thank you. Duran Duran's at $27. Bill Fratsky's in on Duran Duran at $27. Let's go ahead and sell Derek Hartman. He just offered $15 for Ringo. I'm going to pass right now. I am going to sell him James Taylor for $40. Sell him James Taylor for $40. Duran Duran's at $27. Y'all don't sleep on that one. Let's see what else I've got over here. We had luck with Jay Giles earlier. Let's do another one. Jay Giles Nightmares, Japanese pressing, pristine with Obi, and Japanese insert. $25 start on Jay Giles. $25 start on Jay Giles. Okay, so let's finish that crate. That was just a recap, and we had to slow down. Next is Buffalo Springfield, Modern Jazz Quartet, Porter Wagner, Joni Mitchell, Al Stewart, Ry Cooder, Eddie Rabbit, Anne Murray, Lou Christie, Moontides, Pure Bathing Culture, I don't know what's what, Blues Image, Moby Grape, Arlo Guthrie, Argent, Mother Focus, and The Doors. I'm going to stop right there. The Doors Soft Parade. Randy Scarborough's back in on Duran Duran at 28. Anthony Miller, I see your test comment. Thomas said deal on Yardbirds. That's $19.99. Thomas O'Hara. Brent Rabley's at 25 on the Jay Giles Band. Going once, going twice. We're at 28 on Duran Duran now with Randy, and Bill was also bidding. Bill says he's out. So Randy, I'm not going to leave this up very much longer. You've got it for 28. That's going twice, going 3 times to you. Jimmy said he would give 12 on Rainbow. I guess I'm going to sell it to you just because you're being persistent. Let me find that. Rainbow, $12 to Jimmy E. Jonathan Berg said he would give $10 on Al Stewart, Year of the Cat. Sell that to Jonathan Stewart for $10. Best price on Focus with the ship on the cover. That is called Ship of Memories. It's a promo copy. I'll do $15 on it, Derek. I've got it for $19.99. Standard inner sleeve, Sire label, near mint vinyl. $15 on that. And then the doors. I've got $34.99 on the doors. It's a VG Plus. If you want to get a nice one, you're going to be paying about twice as much as that. Right now is your opportunity to get a decent one. Just let me know. I'll take a fair, reasonable offer on that. Derek Hartman said sold, and that was on Focus for $15. Let's also go ahead and sell these two. Duran Duran's first, $28 to Randy Scarborough. Brent Rabley got Jay Giles for $25. $28 and $25. Those were two quick sales. What else we got over here, Tanner? Anything else? I'm getting very thirsty and very hungry. I've only ate once today, and I've been talking nonstop now for about 4 hours. Tanner's hungry too. We may have to go to Cookout, Taco Bell, or Whataburger here in a minute. It may be a company expense too. It may be on the house. Let's see here. Wow. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Magical Mystery Tour. This is the one where, is this the one where the cover? No, this is the, hold on a second. Yeah, this is the nice one. Yeah, this one's really nice. Magical Mystery Tour. And a good customer, that's true. If you buy a lot from me very often, you notice I'm a lot more reasonable. I'm like, okay, sold, okay, sold. Nothing against new people, but if you've been buying with me for like 2 years, I obviously want you to keep coming back. Same thing for the new buyers too. So sometimes new people, I cut deals for them too. I guess I cut deals for everybody if I'm in the right mood. Some nights we got new arrivals, I'm pretty firm because I'm like, guys, we literally just got these in. I can't start doing 30% off. But, you know, later they may be 50% off. So, Magical Mystery Tour, nice copy. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to put this up for a deal. Okay, everybody needs nice Japanese Beatles records in their collection. Let me see if this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. The cover is the issues on this. There's a tear in the obi, and the book, like most, is almost detached. It's barely hanging on, but it's in there. It's got some aging spots. Magical Mystery Tour. There's the Japanese insert. Now, let me remind you of some of the tracks that's on here. Look at this vinyl. It is pristine. Side 2, Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, Baby You're a Rich Man, All You Need Is Love. Side 1 is Magical Mystery Tour, Full on the Hill, Flying, Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, and I Am the Walrus. So with that being said, I will put this up for just a $35 start. Just a $35 start on Magical Mystery Tour. You can't get a VG US copy for that. I wouldn't sell you a VG US copy for that. This is a nice, the vinyl is pristine. It's a US flag series. It's a Japanese, it's just got a tear in the obi. It's got the book. That's a heck of a deal. Hopefully it goes up for there. For my sake, I hope it goes up from there. That's a $35 start, Magical Mystery Tour. Okay, let's see what else I have. Stevie Ray Vaughan, I do. Tanner, could you go check the Stevie Ray Vaughan section for me? See what we have in stock. He barely gives me $1 off. Zach, that's not true. Beatles 35, Beatles 35. Let's finish this crate. No Small Affair soundtrack. Blackfoot, Flying High. Jeff Beck Group. Graham Nash, Wild Tales. The Best of Arlo Guthrie. Tom Fogerty, Zephyr National. Arlo Guthrie. The Cal Seals 2x2. Genesis Invisible Touch. Elton John Friends. Fleetwood Mac 12-inch single. Player, Baby Come Back. The Game Is Over soundtrack. Secret Admirer soundtrack. The Road. And Bill Haley and his Comets. Sorry. Here's the other record I was going to put up. Sonny Rollins. I did this one just the other night. Sonny Rollins Real Life. VG Plus on the vinyl. Japanese pressing. I'll put that up for just a $15 start. Let's see what VG Plus looks like from Seth Standards. VG Plus, $15 start. It's just got a little bit of a sleeve scuff here. Nothing much. Very clean. It's got another scuff that runs like that. And one right here, like a crescent moon. Very nice. $15 start. How much was Bill Haley? Tim Holloway, Bill Haley, and his comments was, almost dropped them. $29.99. This is a Warner Brothers, should be a gold label. It is, gold Warner Brothers label. That is $29.99, Bill Haley and his comments. Brent Rabley's in at 15 on Sonny Rollins. Aram Lazelle, let me know if you're in. No one else is going to bid on Magical Mystery Tour. Could Brent be getting the deal of the night? $35 on that. And Sonny Rollins is at 15. Rycooter was, where was he at? Was he in here? Let's see. That was further back, but it's in here, I think. Let's see. Bill Haley, The Road, Secret Mire, Games Over Player, Little Genesis, Guthrie, Chris, right here. Into the Purple Valley, $24.99. Into the Purple Valley, $24.99. Orange or tan reprise label, $24.99. Let's see, 37 on Magical Mystery Tour, now 36, now 40, and Thomas is at 17 on Sonny Rollins. Here's what I have in stock on Stevie Ray Vaughan. Texas Flood, sealed, $38.99. Live Alive, that's a music on vinyl, 2 LP, $44.99. And Live at Carnegie Hall, I need to order more in steps. Live at Carnegie Hall, $44.99. That's my Stevie Ray Vaughan collection. I can only get about one or two others. I can get Couldn't Stand the Weather, and I can get In Step and In the Beginning. So who asked about that? Stevie Ray Vaughan. Joey. I don't know if Joey's still watching. Joey, I hope you are. That's the 3 Stevie Ray Vaughans I have. They're just new pressings. OGs are gone immediately. We usually put them up for auction, which usually constitutes an automatic sale. Carnegie Hall, Live Alive, and Texas Flood. All right. We got 41 on Magical Mystery Tour, and we got $17 on Sonny Stitt. Tim Holloway said he would give $23 for Bill Haley. Sold. Leslie Holt said she would give $9.99 on RuPaul. Sold. Those are sold and sold. 17 on Sonny, it's not Sonny Stitt, Sonny Rollins. That's going twice, going 3 times to Thomas O'Hara. And Magical Mystery Tour is at 41 with R.M. Lazelle on YouTube. How much was Texas Flood? Texas Flood is $38.99. They're only pressing this in the UK, so this is actually a UK import. It's actually pressed in Germany. It's a Euro import. But they're not pressing this in the States, so it has to be imported. That's why it's a few dollars more than probably what it should be. But I hadn't seen it pressed in the United States in a long time. Texas Flood is $38.99. Then Music on Vinyl, these are all imports, Music on Vinyl. Those are all made, mastered, and pressed in Holland. It's a huge company. They do great jobs. They press a lot of stuff that's really hard to get OG copies of. If you kind of knew and I hadn't done a backstory on Music on Vinyl, we have more Music on Vinyl titles than anything else. Just because they put out so much, it's really hard to get, discographies on. So, Brent Rabley's at 42 on Magical Mystery Tour. So R.M. Lazelle, you're out. He's at 18 on Sonny Rollins. Derek Hartman, Brent was in first. And Randy Davis said, make me a deal on the Humphrey record. Need a weird record purchase for this week. Okay. The sealed Humphrey Bogart. I've got 30 on it. I'll take 20. It's sealed. So this label here, Radiola, they're known for like repressing the vinyl. These like broadcast. They're very popular. So let's see. Gotcha. I'm going to come to your shop soon. Maybe the card won't load for some reason. Okay. Yeah. Well, those will be in the V's. Those will be in the V's, and we usually keep all those in stock. R.M. Lazelle's at 45 on Magical Mystery Tour. How much is Stevie Ray Vaughan at Carnegie Hall? Those are $44.99. They're 2 LP. He said, put it in my stack. Sell that to Randy Davis for $20. Wayne said $10.99 on the 2 Focuses. Sure, that sounds cheap, Wayne. Let's see. I've already sold one of them. Hold on a second. I've got Rycooter, The Road, Secret Admirer, Game is Over, Player, Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, Genesis, Guthrie, Focus. I've just got Mother Focus left. I've got it stickered for $19.99. That's the only one I have left. Arms at 45 on the Beatles. Going once, going twice. Thomas O'Hara is back in on Sonny Rollins for $20. Back in on Sonny Rollins at $20. Let me push my card over here. Someone asked about a deal. I really don't have anything else there in front of y'all to show. Oh, we're plugged in here, aren't we? Oh, never mind. I can't roll it too far. Let me see what's in this crate here. I might can turn it around where y'all can look at it. These are from September 7th. That's pretty recent. What's in this crate? August. Let's see. That's some pretty interesting stuff in there. Derek Hartman's out on Sonny Rollins. Thomas has that for $20. Brent says he's out on both of them. Okay, well, we're about to end the feed anyway, so before I get too busy into a crate, let's just go ahead and wrap those up. The only Japanese record I have left tonight is this Ringo Starr. See, Brent, when an auction record is sold and it's put back, I'm telling you, it's cursed. Once we sell it once, we'll never be able to sell it again. Maybe somebody will break the curse. VG Plus vinyl, $24.99. It just happens. Brent bought one later that was an upgrade. Thomas O'Hara is at $20 on Sonny Rollins. I think everybody's out. And Magical Mystery Tour, I think everybody's out on that. So Aram Lazelle gets Magical Mystery Tour for $45. Sell that to Aram Lazelle. And we have 2 offers for Ringo and 20. That must be the magic number. I better go ahead and sell it. Thomas O'Hara is at 20 on Sonny Rollins. Derek Hartman, did you say out? He did, and so did Brent. Sell that to Thomas O'Hara for $20. What's that? Yeah, that's right. If you just went and bought this from somebody in Japan, shipping is usually $18 or $25 shipping for one Japanese LP. Usually anywhere between $18 and $25. I've seen some people on eBay charge $37 because they ship it a little bit more secure and faster. So yeah, you're basically just paying for the Japanese shipping charge at this point. That is sold. Jonathan, I've already sold it. I'm sorry. I've already said sold to Thomas. So I would have loved to take your bid. I've already sold that to Thomas. And Ringo, who was the first one to offer $20? $19 in the core. Exactly. I hadn't brought that up in a while. Next time, maybe tomorrow night, before we start our Japanese auctions, I'll remind everybody. Because, some people's like, they'll see some of these active on eBay and they'll still sell for like $20. But the shipping charge, if you just order a single LP, it's like you're going to be in it like $40. So, we buy from distributors. We buy a lot. We have boxes in our office we hadn't even opened up yet. So, Ringo Starr, Derek was first to offer $20. Okay, I think somebody did earlier, and I hope they're not mad at me. I'm going to sell this and end the curse. Derek Hartman gets Ringo for $20. That's just a shipping charge. Okay, anybody else want to see anything? Make an offer. It's just me and Tanner tonight. I don't want to go much later. One, I'm getting kind of worn down. If we got into too much more, we would be here till 1 a.m. We've still got plenty of viewers. I've got 74 people watching on both platforms. So thanks if you've hung with us. But I'm going to open the floor up to offers. Any last request? If you're watching for the first time, you're seeing like half of 1% of our inventory. We've got over 100,000 LPs here. I've got everything. I mean, I say that and I'm joking, but we've got a bunch of stuff. We don't have everything, but I've got a lot of stuff probably you may be looking for. $10. And if there's something that I don't have, I can either order it or I'll be on the lookout for you. We're going to sell Thomas O'Hara, Jeff Beck for $10. But tomorrow we'll have new vintage arrivals. I've got this whole crate of Christmas records we didn't go through. I don't have any Avett Brothers. Tim, I have those back ordered. I'm just kind of waiting for them to come in. And yeah, that's the story. So anybody else? Final calls for anything and everything. I'm going to leave the feed open just a couple more seconds. Tomorrow we're going to have new vinyl come in, and we're going to have new vintage stuff, and it's going to be a great show. And then we'll have a show on Friday. Tonight was fast-paced. We sold a lot tonight. I'm excited about to show y'all the Japanese stuff for Thursday. Do you have Jerry Lee Lewis on the line? I'll have to check. We have so many Jerry Lee Lewises, I'm not for sure. Chad, have you gotten the new Grateful Dead box set? One of the new Bobby Weir, Raw Dog? Yes, I have the Bobby Weir ordered. I'm waiting for the Grateful Dead box set to ship. Regina, the Elvis Blue Hawaii is a MoFi pressing that's due out this month. How much was the Henry Franklin from the expensive box? George, I've got $399.99 on it. $399.99. Do you have a copy of Happenings by Bobby Hutcherson? Not that I'm aware of. When does last week order ship? Doug has started shipping today. Anything sold last week that you paid for on Monday, he ships today. He'll ship tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So he just keeps shipping until everybody is done. And he's been having to stay here light. Look right here behind me. This is what he did. I don't know if y'all can see it. Well, I can't turn the camera around. There's a whole cart of mail over here next to me. So, yeah. So Monday start shipping. We ship all week. The new Grateful Dead had a live box set come out this week. I'll need to post it because I don't want to order too many. Let me post that in the group. I'll do it sometime in the next 24 hours. And I'll tag Brian and James and who else asked about it? Who was the first one to ask about it? Jonathan, James, and Brian. I won't forget y'all. Y'all are the normal Grateful Dead crew. Looking for Megadeth. I have none. OGs. I have none. George Somers, if you want any information on that Henry Franklin Matrix pictures, label, let me know. Vintage Kiss, none. I have no Vintage Kiss records. I sell VG minus Kiss records like it's a hotcake. I'm talking about Kiss records that a kid buried outside in his yard. I still have people wanting them. I don't have any. The worst of the worst in the back we put up for auction and they sell. I'm talking about trashed Kiss records. I have none. I wish I did. Korn, John Denver. Hey, I've been seeing a lot of people. People are finally starting to crack this open and listen to it. New Marcus King album. There's Megadeth. That's their newest album. So I'll think about the Franklin record. Okay, thank you. I used to burn my Star Wars records, or Star Wars figures. Exactly. That's why the ones pristine. That's why the ones pristine in the box are worth thousands of dollars. Kids ripped them open and stuck bottle rockets to them. Korn, Fall of the Leader is $28.99. Korn, Fall of the Leader, $29.99. From last night, 1 Hassel, 2 Eltons, 2 Neil Youngs for $79.99. Joe, you will have to send me which ones you're talking about, because I have no idea. That could be a lot of stuff. I know the Hassel records you're talking about, but we had 2 of them, and 2 Eltons and 2 Neil Youngs. That could be anything. Those artists have very big discographies. But send me a message with which ones exactly. Chad, I have a Led Zeppelin 2 MoFi. Might be interested. Yeah, I'd be interested. That's an expensive MoFi. I know that. But yeah, I'd be interested. We could do some trading, store credit. As long as I can make money on it. I have to make money on it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. Yeah, Korn's $28.99. 2 LP, that's my last one. Okay, 30-second timer. I'll take that one if you can get it. You can. I will sell you Korn for $28.99. That might be the last sale. I should have kept flipping through these crates. I figured somebody would see something they need. Korn, Follow the Leader. I need to reorder those. Joey, that's yours. Joey, if you've bought from us before, you know the drill. If you haven't, please send us a message. Please send us a message, please. We will invoice you on Monday. And then order ship all week. It takes us all day just to get everything sorted. And then we ship 8 hours a day for about 4 days in a row to get everything out. So, here's the microphone I'm holding. Okay, I'm in the feed. I was waiting. There's no new comments. I'm going to hit the button. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. Tomorrow night, we'll be starting at 7 o'clock. Same deal. Great stuff. I'll see you then. I've got stuff to post in the group. I'll be doing 2 flip crates. I'm going to post one about 4 a.m. and one about 8 a.m. $9.99 flip crates. Don't miss them. Get up early. And those are, yes, the Megadeth has a lenticular cover. Megadeth is $64.99, Fred. That's the lenticular 3D cover, $64.99. I think, yeah, it's definitely 2 LPs, too. All right. If we had about 50 more viewers and I drunk a bang, we could keep going, but we'll just continue tomorrow night, right, Tanner? Tanner's hungry. I am, too. We got to get some food. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see